Oh, hi.
Good evening, everybody.
Yo.
Hey.
Hello, hello, hello. We are very excited tonight because we are bringing something very special to the Strange Table Fellows Network. We are going to be doing a new system this evening. We're going to try out Traveler. It's another science fiction game. It's a little bit more hard science rather than the science fantasy of Starfinder. And it has a really amazing character creation system, which we've kind of this group right here that you see, all these beautiful faces. We've run through it a couple times, and I think we're all kind of into the idea of how these characters get made. And we're really excited to discover who these people are going to be and what happens to them in their lives with all of you out there. So let me introduce the cast that we have. It's an amazing cast. We're going to start with our home team player. That's Emily. Say hey, Emily.
Hi.
She's also producing, always doing double duty. Y'all give up much love for Emily for taking care of us this evening, making sure that you can see all of our varied degrees of beautiful faces.
Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome. I'm not nervous at all.
What are you most nervous about, Emily?
Mostly the numbers. Just because I'm bad at numbers. Hi, I'm Emily.
Just
I'm bad
remember,
at numbers.
it's like always 2D. You know, it's gonna be never gonna get over 20. You know what I mean? So you can do this. I have faith in you.
That's my apologies. The numbers, more so the tables, the number of tables. How about that? There's a lot.
There are a lot of tables. This
of
game should be
reference.
called Table the Game.
Table the game. Overall, though, I'm a little nervous, but that's just me in general. Mostly, I'm just super freaking jazzed to be a part of this fun little gang right here.
Yeah,
So.
this is a great group. So we'll continue on down the line. We got a couple of return friends. I mean, I'm not quoting you guys are my friends, but like,
Oh yeah.
I'm using the
Big
friends
air
in the
quotes.
STF and friends term. So Tyler, how are you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for joining us.
And I am doing great. I always love playing games with y'all. But more importantly, I just like hanging out. So that I'm at least happy to do. The fact that there's other people
you're not
here
allowed
hanging
to.
out
You
with
can
us-
only speak if it's relative to the game from this point forward.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have let you know
we
that.
didn't send that. Sorry, we didn't send that memo.
I did. I was waiting for the memo, but no, I'm doing really well. I'm really happy to be here again. Traveler is something that I tried once a very long time ago, so long ago that it doesn't even matter. And the couple of trial runs that we have done have been really, really interesting. So just to, I'm sure that point will get drilled a few times, but because it was so much fun. But anyways, yeah, so doing it all live again is going to be a great time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Our other returning guest is Steve. You all know and love him. Welcome back, Steve.
So glad to be here, Adam. Boy, it's been a minute since I've been on STF and F, but so glad to be back. Geez, we like Tyler said, had a whole lot of fun playing Traveler in our trial runs, but I had never played it before that, and honestly, really didn't know anything about it. I've never listened to it on another actual play or anything. The only thing that I did know was that character creation is such a big part of the system itself, and it's collaborative, making that like very emergent. And I was always sort of interested in that, but not enough to pull the trigger on that myself. And so when you invited me, I was like, this is my call. This is my chance. Like I gotta try it out now. And I love sci-fi stuff. Everybody who listens to anything that I'm on knows that like I'm a big Star Wars fan and everything. So I'm going wild with this. This is gonna be a good time.
Y'all buckle in. His practice characters were something else, that's for sure.
They will not be returning.
I'm sorry. I'm
Go ahead.
really
No, go ahead.
disappointed that you did not say y'all strapple in, but go on.
Well,
Ooh.
I can't win them all, Emily.
It's fine. That's what you
I've
have
got a
to
lot
do.
going on up here.
Okay. I got you.
None of it has a lot of meaning, but it's just a lot of buzz and
That's it.
distractions.
There's still a lot of it.
Just a lot,
Mhm.
I'm very pleased to welcome a brand new friend to the table. Longtime friend in the community, but first time that we're going to have them on the show. So Sam from the Pod Against the Machine podcast, welcome. This feels like a long time coming. You've been our Pathfinder Starfinder cousin for a long time because you're playing Iron Gods, for those of you that don't know, which is where a lot of the roots of Starfinder comes from. So welcome, Sam. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me. I am very excited to be here. Obviously, haven't done one of these before. Haven't played Traveler before other than our practice sessions, which I kind of wish nobody had mentioned, so it would seem like we were
Awesome.
mildly competent
We've got
coming
this
in.
shit in the bag. I don't know
And-
what y'all.
Well, I think now people are going to get the impression, oh man, they've done this before. Doesn't seem like it. That's just about me. Everyone else is going to do great. But yeah, I haven't really ever played one of these games where everything is procedurally generated and sort of more emergent storytelling based on just like prompts before. So I'm really excited to get into that because it's more like kind of the theater improv nerd side mixed with the TTRPG side. So, I'm jazzed.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good time, but Sam does bring up a good point that this, and I think we've all kind of at this point articulated that this is new for us. And the whole point of this particular arc of STF and Friends is for us to try something new. We've had some help. Well, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Sola Busca, who has kind of walked us through some of the early stages of this game. Sola will be in my DMs, I'm sure, correcting me on all the mistakes that I make. But I want to make it very clear that we are not Traveler experts. We are brand new to this. And so what we hope to capture with this show is that experience of discovering a new game rather than telling you how to play it. Please do not watch this expecting to learn how to play this game. That is my disclaimer
I like
that I'm
that
going to put at the
disclaimer.
top.
Yes.
You know what? I've changed my mind. Let's stop setting our sights so low. We're going to nail it all. We got this.
It's going to be great.
We're writing the rules right now.
Yeah, anything we do wrong, that's the new canon.
Exactly.
They're going to put out a new edition.
This is
based
actually
on
about
this
to be
game.
the 2024 version of Traveler.
Yep.
So you're actually getting a sneak peek at the newest edition. Before we get started, I'm going to crack a fresh brew
Ooh.
because this is a fresh arc with a fresh crew.
Oh.
You like how I
Yeah,
spit that bar
yeah,
here?
that was some bar.
Somebody
spittage.
finally spit a bar.
Someone finally got a bar out there.
For
If I didn't know
those-
any better, I'd say he was a musician.
I know.
Well,
That's what I request in.
if y'all have a drink, let me toast to you.
Cheers.
And let's get this thing going. Toasting to all of you at home as well. If you have a drink, drink it. If not, go get one. If you don't drink, water's really good.
Water's really good.
Mhm.
We could like do a line or something. That's an option.
We're not gonna,
Okay.
STS
So-
Friends does not.
Get all the disclaimers out now, quick.
Yeah. Okay, so the first stage of creating a character is very simple. We a couple things first, just some lingo. The way things are said, you'll hear me saying 1D or 2D. That just simply means a D6. The six-sided die is the main item that will be rolled throughout this game. So when I say 2D, that just means that we're going to roll 2D6 and get the total there. Your main attributes are called characteristics in this game, and so the first thing we do is we just go down the line, and you're going to roll 2D 6 times, and then you can plug those into any of the attributes, the characteristics. So with that being said, while you guys are rolling, I will list off some of the characteristics, or all of them actually, because why would I only do a few?
Hey, quick question before you get into that, Adam.
Sure.
When you say plug them in, can we choose where we're putting the numbers?
Yeah, you can. Now, if you want to go bold, And because again, this whole game is about emergent storytelling, right? So you can just roll them down the line, plug them in down the line, and let that influence the decisions you make about your character creation.
Yeah.
However, if there's a particular thing that you characteristic spread that you'd like to have, by all means, you can plug and play them how you want. But right now, let's get those
Okay.
6 rolls, and what they're rolling for here, ladies and gentlemen, is their strength, their dexterity, their endurance, their intellect, their education, and their social. Those are the 6 main characteristics that are the core characteristics of a traveler. So we picked out an order that I was going to call on people, and then I lost it. So Tyler, you're first.
Yeah.
I do have that. Tyler, Sam, Emily, Steve. That's the way we're going to go here. So,
Okay.
It's fine. You're fine.
all right. So,
Guys, I'm done rolling stats. I can't wait to go.
I am super nervous.
And I went top to bottom. I completely locked in that way.
That's
Yeah, I was gonna go top to bottom unless I hit one specific condition, and I hit it. I had one thing that I was like, if I do this, it's all over.
it's all over.
It's all over.
Oh Lord.
It's all over. All right. Well, Tyler seems to have had an interesting spread. Talk to us a little bit about what you got going on here, Tyler.
So I was thinking like, it's gonna be a Midland, because I started with a 9. I'm going top to bottom. Sorry,
Okay.
so I'm starting in strength. I rolled a 9. I was like, that's fine. Dexterity started aiming down at a 7. Endurance stayed at a 7. I was thinking, okay, if it stays along this, I'll be fine. And then I came to intellect and rolled a 4.
Oh boy.
So I was like, okay, well, I can only go down from here. So then I rolled 2 10s in a row. 10 in education and a 10 in social.
Huh.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're highly
So-
educated. It just didn't sink in, and that's fine.
It
So,
took
yeah.
a bit.
For those of you at home, a 6 to 8 in these scores is an average score. That's we'll have a +0 modifier, dice modifier, and then obviously go either side. It goes in increments. So you got some high rolls there, really, for your education and social. We'll come back to you. In the meantime, be thinking about your character's name, their background, and some background skills that you might want to choose. And I'll explain that further when we get to it. But let's go to Sam next and talk about your core characteristics.
All right. Well, the 2 times we did practice, I basically rolled walking corpses. So it's refreshing that I kind of rolled rocks this time.
Oh.
And see if you can spot the one that adjusted my plans here.
Okay.
For strength, a 7, kind of right in the middle. Dexterity, 8, and in the middle. Endurance, 9. Intellect, 8. Education, 9. Dropped a big old 12 in social.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay.
Got a celebrity in here.
Uh-huh.
So Sam decided out of the gate that he was going to throw a wrench into the whole thing if he rolled max.
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
figured if I got a 12, it's going in social no matter what any of the other things were.
Well, there you go. Then it works out.
I love that.
That's
So
pretty
that's
incredible.
where we are.
So 12 is obviously the highest you can roll on character creation, or on the initial part of rolling for characteristics. So that's huge. I can't wait to see how Sam shows us their social side of their character. No pressure, Sam. Let's
Just
go
like-
on.
Really, like the way I am as a person is very social, obviously. So that's a lot.
I had assumed that.
Okay, Emily, you're up.
Okay, hold on. I'm pouring some coffee. I need it. Okay.
That's unacceptable. You've had time.
I have terrible news for you.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I started out coming in strong with a 10 in strength. Then we went kind of middling. 6
Oh, wow. Didn't take long, ladies and gentlemen. Did not
Wow.
take long.
6 of them, not bad for your first roll.
That's a lot of internet money, Emily.
It spends better than swamp money.
Oh, wow.
Anyways,
Higher exchange rate and all.
I don't make the rules. 6 dexterity. Okay.
There you go.
You have to be pretty dexterous to handle all those sticks.
Yeah.
Anyways, 6 endurance, 7 intellect, 7 education, and 8 social.
Okay, these are much better rolls,
So
team,
much better.
than our practice. Now, I say that, and we have not gotten to Steve yet.
Listeners, I wish you could see Steve's face. Just looks in the camera and nods
I think
slightly.
the
This is a
listeners are going to be
visual
really let
show.
down. So we practiced this twice, and the first time that we practiced rolling stats, I was on the money. Like, I think like my lowest was like a 9. I had 11s and 10s in there. It was awesome. Then we practiced the second time, and I was like low single digits across the board.
It was bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, like in Pathfinder terms, I was rolling in with a level 1 character that's like the CR was like a quarter. It was rough.
Yeah.
But this time I rolled the most average scores possible. I have 0s all the way down the board.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
Slate.
I have the most average person in the entire galaxy with an 8 strength, a 7 dex, an 8 endurance, a 6 intellect, a 6 education, and a 7 social. So there's a couple that are a little higher, a couple that are a little lower, but all of those modifiers are 0.
I mean, I
Wow.
only have 1. Strength is my only like positive modifier. Everything else is 0. So we're just middling
Well, and
together.
keep in
Guys,
mind that you-
when we practiced, I had several 3s and my dexterity was a 2.
yeah. So that's all an improvement, right? You know, being average is better than what you were last time.
You know, which
Um,
is all we can ever hope for.
Yeah.
So the second stage here is that we talk a little bit about where your characters are from and in relation to where they're from and the kind of the upbringing they've had, some background skills that you're going to get. Now, I want to take this time to say that at this point, our characters are 18 years old. All of them across the line are 18 years old. So for the background, we are trying to figure out what was those first 18 years, what was their childhood and early teenage years like that leads them up to when we start rolling terms, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But let's go back to Tyler, and tell me a little bit about where you're from, if you have a name for this character now, and the background skills that you will choose as a result of where you're from. And the amount of background skills that you can choose is equal to your education modifier score plus 3.
Yep.
All right.
So I've been thinking ever since we talked about that we were going to do this, I've been thinking about just what kind of planet, because there's not a lot of control that you have during the whole process, but the one thing that you do get is like the planet and this part of it, the background skills. So I still don't have a name for the planet, but I'll describe it. I did this for these folks earlier in the week, but the planet where my character is from is an early Earth colony planet that went and found a habitable. Thank you.
Habitable.
Planet and found some place that somebody believed was very spiritually relevant, right? So the leader of the colony ended up finding key places on the planet that they decided that they could imbue the planet with intent, like love and peace and serenity, through these key like ley line points on the planet. So it's a very religious, sort of hippie planet, and it all spread from there. Now, like right now, when my character is 18 years old, it's actually run by a mega corporation that uses this centuries-long history of the planet being imbued with good love and peace hippie vibes, to sell like herbal botanical products, whether they're beauty products or all natural cleaning things, or whatever the case. We're in that part of capitalism now. You know what I'm talking about.
You were right there.
Yeah, we're right there. But they basically take advantage of that. So it's that's the planet. I still don't have a name for it. So if chat's got any ideas, we were thinking something really like
Heady,
kind of hippie,
heady, super heady,
something heady, right?
Yeah.
And I'll use that opportunity to say that I'm going to be naming my character. His name is Celebrant. Celebrant is an 18-year-old son of a noble family who gave him all the education in the world. And he took basically all of it. He just can't give it back to you in any meaningful way.
You just can't articulate any of the information.
He can't articulate it. Yeah. So, which coincidentally makes him a very good at following directions. So that means that he spent a lot of time going through art classes when he was younger, because, again, leaning into the hippie part of it. So I'm putting my first background into art, my second into carouse. The third is going to be electronics.
Oh.
And the fourth is going to be science, because that's all of the schooling that his parents gave him early on.
That sounds good. So I'm guessing you have a +1 in education, right? So that gives you your 1 + 3 skills for 4.
Correct.
And so for our audience here, there are a certain number of skills that are considered background skills. There's a lot of skills in this game, but there's only a few of them that are actually considered background skills. And when you get a skill, initially you just put a 0 next to it, which, in comparative parlance means that you're trained in that, that you can use that skill. As we go through, there are ways to up those ranks and those skills. There's ways to gain new skills, all that kind of thing. But these background skills are really what represents the knowledge you've picked up during your adolescence and will allow you to function at a basic level in a technological society. All right. So good job, Tyler. Celebrant. Do we call him Cell or Brent?
We'll get to what he wants
to that later.
To call him during role play later.
Do you have a voice yet?
I haven't decided fully on a voice yet.
Hot take: the planet is called Bacchanal, and you can have a southern accent.
Bacchanal.
Bacchanal. Wow.
Bacchanal. Huh.
I broke Steve.
Just out of curiosity,
That's the most southern shit I've ever heard. I love it.
How would a silly northerner like me spell something like that?
Like Bacchanal, but Bacchanal.
Y'all.
BACCHANY''ALL.
Yeah, there you go.
Bacchanal.
Yeah, Jason's got it in the What Do You Do Pods has it in the chat. So you Bacchanal.
Are you telling me there's not a Bacchanal at Mardi Gras? If not, what the fuck is Mardi Gras doing? Sorry.
There is a wine bar garden here called Bacchanal, and it's a really awesome spot. But Bacchanal is a planet,
That's true.
Bacchanal. Bacchanal.
Bacchanal, celebrant from Bacchanal.
Sorry.
I'm gonna think really hard about how I'm gonna lean into that as everybody else is going through their next parts.
Fucking y'all, fellow traveler.
Fucking y'all.
This is already amazing. Okay.
Y'all, fellow travelers. Oh, we're just gonna do Southern Stoner then, I guess.
That's perfect.
I don't know if that's what a Southern Stoner sounds like, but that's
Pretty
my
close.
interpretation of it.
Pretty
So
Yeah,
We're gonna find out.
we're gonna find
Just
out.
listen to me, Tyler.
All right, man.
All right, Sam, you're up.
So the planet that I'm looking at my character coming from is an ice planet. But it's not like your traditional ice planet. It's your ice planet where everything is just below the freezing temperature of water, like all the time on most of the world. And this is, I'm thinking like a resort world, basically, where for the most part, rich people come to ski and they come for hot springs and, vacations and stuff. And there's people who live on the planet. There's like a whole society where supporting the tourist industry and then also like just like a society for society's sake. I'm thinking this place is called Aspinox.
Aspinox.
Yeah.
All right.
And my 12 social character has Shreddington the 11th is of course born into the local.
Now I'm going to need you to say that again.
That is
Please.
Has Shreddington the 11th.
Has Shreddington.
That is correct.
11th.
The 11th.
Yes.
A
The
long
11th.
line. The
The
Shreddingtons
11th
go back
has.
They
for
go
a
back.
long, long time. And long have they reigned in Aspinox as one of the premier noble lines. So, that's where I'm coming from. So, and I'm thinking that had a classical, prep school education on this snowy world of riches. So they're trained in admin, carouse, of course, a language. I don't know what language, but they've also, I think, done the sort of vague survival type training of like somebody who's on a snow world and like thinks they know what they're doing. If they happen to be stranded out in the snow, but really they're just going to call their parents.
I've done in-depth survivalist training. No, you went camping. You went glamping for a weekend.
I went to Bonnaroo. I'm basically a Boy Scout.
The walk from the tent to the bathrooms was so cold.
Yeah.
It was
You have
heinous.
no idea.
All right. Well, very good. Has. Celebrant and has so far. Next up, I believe, is Emily.
Okay. So yeah, Wyatt, he's a cool kid, he's a fun little dude. He came up, Wyatt Blaine is his full name, it's fine.
Wyatt Blaine.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
You don't even know. You don't
You
even know
combine
yet.
two tough ones together, man.
Wyatt Blaine. He is from Portland 3.
Jeez, guys.
Which is essentially a terraformed planet that is pretty much just a extraterrestrial Silicon Valley. It's all tech gurus, everything that you can think of involving electronics occurs there. And pretty much if you are not in the hyper know of the electro in elite, you are a nobody. And fun fact, Wyatt, bless his heart, he's got more body strength than like brain strength. And so he's always been more athletic. He's been on all of the very, very minimal amounts of sports teams that are available on Portland 3. So he's we've got a little bit of an inverse jock nerd situation going on here. Because he's not very techie, so he's sort of been looked down on by his family and friends. But it's fine. Because he's doing his best.
The nerds pick on the
The
jocks on
nerds
this
pick
planet.
on him, yes. Well, his
You're so good
background-
at sports,
So good.
loser.
Congratulations. So he's got some background in athletics. He does like a lot of like weightlifting and wrestling, fun stuff like that. He's also pretty social, so it made sense to go carouse. And then electronics, because you can't help, at least
Yeah,
gleaning
it's just
some
part of it.
information. Yeah.
It's just part of it.
But yeah, he's
Okay.
a really chill cat.
All right. Wyatt. Uh, all right. Steve, you're up.
Yeah. So I was thinking about where I wanted my character to be from today while I was at work. And I've been playing a lot of Dead Space lately. So the living on a old alien-esque, Ridley Scott alien type spaceship really has been sticking in my brain. So my character doesn't have a home world. He grew up on an Imperium planet cracker ship called the Typhoon. Basically, it's a vessel that contains an entire colony's worth of civilians who all work for this big megalithic corporation I'm calling the Hayakawa Corp. It's a company that sends these giant ships out to uninhabited planets in wild space. And what they do is they find planets that have liquid resources under the crust, and they drop these gravity wells on the planet, and then like a big old tugboat, the ship starts backing up and pops the cork of the planet, and all of the liquid spills out into space and vacuum freezes immediately. And then they gather that up and transport it to wherever it's got to go. So the Typhoon specializes in going to planets that have very low atmosphere, but water under the surface of the crust. And they pop it out, a bunch of ice comes spilling out, and then they take that ice and transport it to desert planets on the frontiers of space. That's where my character grew up and is currently living at character creation. We did clarify before we started that this is a fantasy sci-fi reality that takes place further in our future. It's like, if we're imagining, it's not a completely made up galaxy. It's like our galaxy later on. So maybe there's a relation, maybe there's not, but my character's name is Cormac Parker. And some people call him a rock hopper because that's basically his job. He goes down and works on these gravity wells and gets them lined up for the big plug pull. Let's see. So as far as background skills go, I only get 3 because I'm not adding modifiers to anything, baby, with my zeros across the board. He's probably got to be a little athletic, so I threw some athletics in there. You got to figure this type of dude's probably working with big old tech, so probably the giant wrenches and hammers and shit. So I put a little in athletics. I put a point in mechanic as well, because that's kind of what he does. And then he spends a lot of time in these low atmosphere environments, so I threw vac suits on there as well. So
all right,
that's my guy.
Your guy sounds nice enough, but man, that whole ship situation kind of bums me out.
Yeah, we're just strip mining planets, cracking them open and taking what's in there.
Yeah, it sounds like the most effective way to completely drain a planet from all its liquid resources, and then just boogie out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just leave the shell floating in space.
Oh my gosh,
it's fine.
At this point,
there's a lot of rocks out there.
Can you tell? I think we have a bleak future ahead of us, guys.
Yeah, totally, yeah,
baby.
Grim dark future.
We now have Celebrant. We have Haz. We have Wyatt, and we have Cormac at the cusp of their lives, 18 years old. Their whole lives in front of them. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
The rest of this character creation is where we find that out. So what we're going to do now for the rest of character creation is we go in rounds of terms, is what they're called. And a term is a 4-year period of time where we figure out what your character has done during that period of time. So every term is 4 years, 4 years, 4 years. There are career options they can choose. There's life events that could happen to them. We're going to be rolling on a lot of tables, so bear with us as we flip back and forth between lots of pages and stuff like that. But this is where the things get really juicy, because unlike a lot of other games, none of the players here have come to the table with anything more than what they've told you just now. And so who this character is going to be when we actually start playing with their character, we find out together as a group. And so I will say to you as the group playing, just a reminder, we've talked about this before, but as a reminder, this is a group process. The reason that this happens at a table and not before you come here is because the idea is that we engage with each other's story, think about ideas. If you got an idea for somebody's, what could narrative explanation for the various things that happen, we do that together, and we're going to discover these characters together. And to that point, there's a little thing called connections too, and I urge you guys to at least have one connection, maybe two, as we go through the terms. Look for ways that you can connect to the other characters so that there's like a little bit of overlap that's encouraged by the system, and it's of course encouraged by me. And to you as storytellers, we want to kind of bring this group together. You can go through as many terms as you want. Once you get to the age of 34, was it? Yeah. In the mid 30s, you start having to roll for age effects when you do a term. When you get to a point where you feel like your character is where they should be to start the actual adventure, you'll muster out, in which you'll get paid for all your years of service, or you'll pay back any medical debt that you've accrued due to grievous injury that may have happened to you. Along the way, too, you might find that you acquire allies or enemies or nemesises or rivals. These are important for you to determine who they are, and there's no limitations. You can make that story be whatever it is. I just ask you to lean into it, and let's really dig in to create, giving breath and life to these characters. So we're going to start with Tyler for our first term. Now, on the first term, you have an option. You can choose to do pre-career education, or you can try to go directly into a career. With the pre-career education, you can choose either a university or a military academy. Tyler, what are you going to do with Celebrant?
Celebrant, given all the resources that he has at his disposal, is encouraged to go to university. And because he doesn't like thinking too hard about it, yeah, all right. So we're going to university.
All right. So a university education will channel a traveler's efforts into a narrow range of skills, but there are a few other ways to become more skillful within them so quickly. So what you have to do here is roll to see if you gain entry into the university. You got to put an application in, you got to write an essay, you got to have some letters of recommendation, and this is all represented by a die roll, a 2D roll against your education, and you're going to have to meet a 6 or better to get accepted into university. So let's go ahead and get that roll.
All right. Now Celebrant has a +1 dice modifier here, so I rolled a 12. So 13.
13. Well, that definitely gets you in there. So you do go to university. You got any ideas what kind of university this is? Is this a university on your home planet?
It's a university on the home planet. Mom and Dad want Celebrant to stay close. They're nervous about him leaving and going out into the world.
Experiencing things.
Yeah, exactly. So they Mom she pops by the dorm to clean up, the dorm space and bring food and prepackaged lunches and things. And Celebrant's just like, yeah, all right. Thanks, Mom.
You're right. You're right.
Okay. So first things first, you get to choose 2 skills, one at level 0 and one at level 1 from this list. Okay. Admin, advocate, animals, art, astrogation, electronics, engineer, language, medic, navigation, any profession or any science.
So I get to choose to make one of those level 0 and one of them level 1.
Correct. Yes.
So I already have a 0 in electronics. And Dad suggested that that engineers probably make a lot of money. So I should look at being an engineer.
Okay.
So we're going to make that the 1.
Okay.
We're gonna make the 0.
What is Celebrant's passion? His hidden passion that, like, it seems to me that Celebrant kind of goes with the flow, just lets life kind of pull him along its current. But what's internal to, like, what's the elective that you would have taken for you?
Animals.
That's what I was thinking.
Animals.
So animal training or veterinary sciences. So you're
We're
a handler or a doctor?
We're gonna go with the training.
Okay, cool. So you can be a circus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
You also can increase your education by 1.
That goes up to 11.
Okay, so education is now up to 11.
Nothing changes of modifiers.
And now you roll to see if you graduate. All right. So this is going to be against your intellect. You're going to try to beat a 6 or more.
This is where things get difficult. -1 on this. We'll see. We'll see if it's a good day for Celebrant or not. Actually, I rolled an 8, so 7.
7. Well, you do graduate. Congratulations, Celebrant. You can increase both of the skills that you chose by 1, so you can take your engineering up to 1 or to 2, and your animal training to 1.
Nice.
You can increase your education by an additional +1.
Oh wow. Really?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm maxed out on education now.
Oh.
Or I have a 12 at least.
No, you can get up to 15.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You just can't roll higher than 12.
Right.
Got it.
Graduation will grant you a DM +1 to qualify for the following careers. So these are some careers you'll want to consider when we go to your next term: agent, army, citizen, corporate specifically, entertainer, journalist specifically, Marines, Navy, scholar, or scouts.
Okay.
If you do choose to, do you think you'll go into a military?
I don't actually.
Okay. All right.
I think Celebrant's going to be leaning more toward, like, I'm thinking scouts, just because it gives him a chance to do something that he's always secretly wanted to do, and is to get himself out of the literal grasp of his parents, right? While also being like, I'm sorry, that's just like the best job was out there. Like, that's what I did.
All right. So you don't have to choose your career just now, but those are the ones that you'll have a bonus to getting into. However, there's one last thing that we have to do here. Probably should have done it before the graduation roll, but there's a pre-career event table, because of course there is.
Because of course
so
there is.
I need you to go ahead and roll 2D, and let's see what event happens to you during these 4 years.
Okay, so maybe graduation didn't happen. We'll see. We'll see.
As long as nothing affects your intellect, you'll.
Well, we get a 6.
A 6. So while you're at university, you become involved in a tightly knit clique or group and make a pact to remain friends forever, wherever in the galaxy you may end. You gain D3 allies. So roll a D6. 1 to 2 is 1, 3 to 4 is 2, and 5 to 6 will be 3. And this is your friend group.
I got a 4, so that's going to be 2, right?
Yeah. So you and 2 other people got really close during university, and we need to figure out what that is.
Okay.
You had your own little Dead Poet Society, so.
Well, I have a feeling that it might have been something more along the lines of, like, a bunch of guys in the same dormitory were like, yo, this guy's mom brings him, like, his food, cleans for him. Like, let's be his
She's
friends.
super hot.
And yet mom's super hot. Celebrant won't tell you that.
I don't know what to tell you.
Celebrant won't tell you that. I don't know.
He stays out of that part of the conversation, but it doesn't make it not true.
Why we gotta talk about that every time you're here, man?
I mean, your mom's name is Gorgia. I mean,
Gorgia. Okay. So, but you know, 4 years is a long time to
Yeah.
mooch off of somebody and not become friends with them, or decide to cut it off at some point, right? That turns out that these two goons ended up being very close allies, from the same planet. Okay, now we get to come up with two really hippie names.
Mhm.
Zickle and the other one, because Old Scratch.
Zickle and
Zickle
Trevor.
and the other one.
Trevor is the other one, Old Scratch.
It's always the other one.
Zickle and that other guy. Like, that's so funny, is the other one is the main character, or not the main character, but a main PC of that show, and Zickle is not.
Very often only. Bless his balls.
Okay, so let's see. I don't know. Can I come back to that one?
Sure.
I don't know what to say about that one right
So
now.
make some notes, figure out what that
Yeah.
looks like, and we'll talk about that at the start of your next turn. But you do definitely have a close group of friends, however you want to frame that. It is legitimately some allies that you can count on.
Yeah.
So that's actually a pretty good career event, you know, and you graduated. So far, Celebrant's doing pretty good. Just coasting through life, you know. So that takes us, that will be the end of your first term there, because you chose the pre-career education. Now let's go to Sam and Haz. Is that right? Haz.
Yep.
All right. And what about Haz? Is Haz going to do some pre-career education, or is Haz jumping right into the workforce?
Well, there are certain expectations when you're a Shreddington. And one of the main expectations that has grown up with is that you got to go to Space Yale. You know, they're a legacy at Space Yale, so of course they're going to end this role to get entry into the university track is just a formality. They do get DM +1 because my social is 9 or higher.
You do,
which may come in handy. Yeah, that's a total of a 12 to qualify for university.
So talk to me a little bit about that university.
Well, Space Yale is quite possibly the most prestigious university, I think. Like, other people talk about Space Harvard like it's all that, but like everybody who really knows that it's all about Space Yale. They're much better at Space Crew, which is where you row a spaceship through space.
It's a very difficult sport.
Oh yes, it's just the hardest. And you got to really have the mind for it, because most of the time you just feel like you're flailing out there doing nothing.
Because you are.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky if you move 6 inches over the course of the entire season.
It got me.
Oh my god.
So I think being you know, a young person of nobility is going to be taking a little bit of advocate, and I'll pop the 0 in that. And then since they've spent so much time out in just the void of space rowing that space skull, I'm going to put the 1 in astrogation.
Okay. Awesome. So you meddled in Space Crew.
Oh yeah, we absolutely whooped Space Harvard, regardless of the fact that I'm not going to graduate.
Oh, you don't think you're going to graduate? Well, let's roll. Let's roll on the pre-career event table first. So let me get 2D on that.
How's a 7 sound to you?
Oh, well, that takes us to the life event table.
Tables on tables.
Well, and things get a little bit more hairy when it comes to life events. So roll 2D again.
I'm scared now. 8? No, that's a 9. I math.
Okay. You somehow during this you moved to another world.
It's like a study abroad, probably.
Yeah, foreign exchange.
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you used your space crew to travel to other planets, do a little abroad learning. This is going to give you a DM +2 to your next qualification roll. So when you go to your career, you're going to have a nice little bonus to get into. This is like building up your resume.
Wow.
take it into your career. So
Awesome. That semester at Space Sea really came in handy.
Yeah, because the Shreddingtons really need a leg up in this world.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard when everyone just thinks that you're just this rich kid who's just rich and
because
knows
you
everyone
are, but
already.
whatever.
I mean, just because you
Everything
are
handed
doesn't
to
mean
you.
it's
It's
doesn't
so
make it
hard.
harder.
It's so hard to be rich.
Oh,
All right. Well, let's see if you graduate. I guess you would use your. In fact, I think you'd actually use your DM
oh yeah,
for this
Oh, this is DM +2 on the
to try to
graduate roll?
graduate. Yeah, because it's
All
your
right,
next qualification roll. So this is going to be against your intellect.
I probably need it because I do have a 0 in intellect. Oh, 6 on the dot. So with the +2 and 8.
Okay, so you graduate as well. So again, you can up both of the skills that you chose for your university by 1. You increase your education by 1. It should be by 2 total if you didn't do that already, because you get 1 just for going to school, and if you graduate, you get an extra 1. And then you will get a DM +1 to qualify for the same careers that I listed out before. Real quick: agent, army, citizen, corporate, entertainer, journalist, Marines, Navy, scholar, or scouts. Now, will Has be going into the military?
I think that is the sort of thing that you do when you don't already have your life like all planned out for you.
Okay.
There's a lot of responsibility involved in being a Shreddington. I don't know if you know this, so I don't have time for frivolous things like the military.
Wow, amazing! That's really good.
This is great.
That's really good. Okay, I believe that's going to wrap up your first term here. That's going to take us to Emily with Wyatt.
man, everybody's been doing so well. Prepare to shake things up. Wyatt also wants to try and go to university.
Okay, everybody's going to university. Nobody tried to go to
No, we're not.
university.
Not all of us. Just
No, we're not.
don't worry.
Not a practice session, and like nobody picked university, and now everybody's doing it. And it would have been nice to be prepared, but
We
it's
were all
fine.
playing it close to the chest. I
Yeah.
think.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I
Yeah.
see.
Vest, not chest.
All of the above. I keep my vests on my chests. Yeah.
That's where they go.
All right, so 2D, and
Yep.
I have to get a
Against-
6 or higher?
Yes,
Okay.
in your education.
Well, it's a
Yep.
0, baby, so come on, coolness. It's a 6.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give yourself +1 to your education.
Okay.
And you can now also choose 2 skills, a level 0 skill and a level 1 skill from that same list. Do you need me to repeat the list? Or
For poops and giggles, yeah.
I'm going to do you one more
Wow.
better than that.
Wow,
and
wow,
I'm going to
wow.
copy paste it in our Discord chat so you can
Better.
actually look through there.
So I think that we are...
What did you go to? You got to tell me about your university.
So, Wyatt, the electronics and the tech, we're not lost on Wyatt. It's more so he needed to find the place with which he wanted to filter his interests through those electronics. And for him, that's going to be sports journalism.
Okay.
Yeah, he
So
wants
that's
to...
the profession you're going to take?
Can I do that? Is that how
Yeah,
it works?
absolutely. 100%. Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that. Just watch me. Profession. That's
Yeah,
0.
just do profession. Yeah. You can take it as 0 or level 1.
I think. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, let's go 1. Let's go 1. And
Okay.
then, can I turn one of my 0 levels into a 1?
I don't think so.
If I get a 0 and I add it. Okay. Well, we're trying.
I don't think so.
So then that's all I get. No, I get another.
Well, no, you get to make one of those skills level 0 as well.
I'm gonna do engineering, because I think that you need to have a little bit of engineering background to do well in broadcast journalism. So
Okay.
0 in engineering. Okay.
I love it. Okay, so let's roll on that pre-career event table. Give me a 2D roll.
A 5.
A 5. Taking advantage of youth, you party as much as you study, Wyatt. Go ahead and gain carouse at rank 1.
Ooh la la.
That's just a free skill right
Well,
there.
that's unfortunate because I have that.
You have carouse at 0.
Oh, so okay, just boops.
So that would take it to 1. Yep.
Okay. Neato. I'm feeling really. Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna finish that statement. Let me roll to see if I graduate.
Well, let's see if you graduate. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
2D
2D. With your intellect.
with my intellect. Oh, it's a 0. It's all 0, baby.
Okay.
7.
7. Okay. So you do graduate. So go ahead and increase your education by an additional +1, and both the skills that you chose by 1 level.
Okay, so then that's a profession 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
In engineering 1.
Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. I'm Wyatt's a genius right now. So I don't know if y'all know that, but he is.
Okay. I believe you.
Thank you.
And you will also get a DM +1 for your presumed attempt to make a career out of being a journalist. But we'll deal with that later. And so you're not going to go into the military, right?
That is correct, sir.
At least for now. All right. So we have completed our first term.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was
I still have to go,
so
Adam.
rude. He meant to say Wyatt has completed his first
Yeah.
term. It just
We,
sounded a little
the two
strong.
people in that
Whoa,
part.
okay. Guess I'll log off
Guess
now.
I'll
Yeah,
just
see you,
go
Steve.
for myself.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Steve, please tell me. Are you going to try to get a free career education?
No. All right. So,
Oh!
so Cormac Parker is going to go into a line of work that that's laid out for him since birth. You all have your fancy titles and your fancy university education. Well, I'm going to go with a real sexy career. I'm going for citizen.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Cormac is going to try and stay with the Hayakawa Corporation as a worker. So I believe I need to. This isn't just a free one. I need to roll an endurance to be a citizen of the Hayakawa Corporation.
That is correct. So each career has first you have to just qualify to be a citizen,
Right.
which is going to be a straight education 5+. So there's a qualification roll, and then when we get into you being a worker, that's when we start rolling endurance for survival and all that.
Sweet.
Okay. So the first thing you're going to do here, so Steve, you're bypassing the pre-career education, going directly into a full first term.
Yes.
So you've chosen citizen. So let me get an education roll.
Got a 10.
Woo!
Okay. So that will get you in to the career. So because this is your first term, you're going to go through what's called basic training, which gives you a whole suite of skills right out the bat. So we're going to look up the citizen stuff here. So for you, the skills that you will get zeros in, or actually, if you already have a 0, you can up it by 1. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
So you get drive, flyer, streetwise, melee, steward, and a profession of your choice.
Fire. Steward. Melee. All right. Profession of my choice. Profession is going to be Planet Cracker.
Planet Cracker.
Makes me sad.
Did you get streetwise on there?
Did I? Yes, I did.
Okay, great.
Did I start with Streetwise? Shit, do I need to bump that up? What did I take at the beginning? Shit.
No, I don't think it.
I didn't. No, I did not take it right off the bat. Okay.
All right, so we've got your basic training skills now. You only get the full suite of skills on your first actual term. Okay.
Mhm.
So the next thing we do here is we're going to roll for survival. So this is where you're going to roll your endurance because you have chosen worker as your type of citizen. And so the survival here is endurance 4+.
So the way that I'm theming this worker, and we'll see what the roll comes out to and what we get, but basically after living on this ship for 18 years of his life, just doing regular, small time stuff you could put on a child laborer, like basic custodial work, maybe some time in the kitchen. He is going to be sent down to the planet itself to attach those big old gravity well generators to the planet's crust before the giant tug ship cracks it open. So let's see how this goes.
Okay.
That's a success. I got a 6.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So you avoid a mishap, but we go to just an event. So each career has their own event table. And so for citizen, go ahead and roll on that event. It's going to be, I believe you roll 2D. Yep.
Okay. I got an 8, which is
boy,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Oh.
I will read it out and then you
Boy.
can interpret it how you want. You learn something you should not have. A corporate secret, a political scandal, which you can profit from illegally. If you choose to do so, then you gain DM +1 to a benefit roll from this career and gain Streetwise 1, Deception 1, or a criminal contact. If you refuse, you gain nothing.
Okay. So, time to bring down the room. Cormac goes down to the planet's surface for this is a 4-year term, right? So I'm going to say at the time this event happens, he's probably into his 3rd or 4th year. So he kind of knows what he's doing at this point. And he sets his gravity tether device, and he's waiting in for the other crews that are planting these like across a barren continent to report in that they have planted there successfully as well, so they can all like run a couple quick diagnostic checks, get out of there before we crack the surface of the planet. And he learns that the planet is not uninhabited.
Oh,
Oh boy.
what you gonna do?
And basically, he kind of puts 2 and 2 together. He doesn't know who's behind it, but someone either within Hayakawa or contracting Hayakawa knew these people were here and are using the typhoon, the planet cracker, to basically erase them from the galaxy because we're going to destroy their planet.
Wow.
And I'm going to go ahead and keep that to myself.
No!
Ah, capitalism was the villain all along, and Steve was part of it.
No!
So you're not going to profit off of it? Is that what you're saying?
Let me how do I want to put this? By keeping it to, he helps cover it up essentially. He reports it in, and
Gotcha.
his higher ups are like, oh, you're not supposed to know that. Like, can you keep quiet? And he's like, yeah, I can keep quiet. So I do want to profit from this.
So you're going to gain that deception?
Yes.
That seems the most appropriate. If the idea is that you're going to help them cover it up, gain some ability in deception.
Yes. And do I also get the DM +1 to a benefit roll? I think so.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Awesome.
So make a note for later when we roll out benefits that you have a +1 to a benefit roll.
All right. And he doesn't know why. He doesn't know why that these people are about to get eradicated, but he knows that it's happening, and he knows that he shouldn't know, and he gets like shushed up a little bit. And yeah, that's
and you're gonna get a little extra scratch on the side for keeping your mouth shut,
hell yeah, baby.
Dang.
Oof.
I'm finally working my way up in Hayakawa, and I don't want to blow it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
It's like, Cormac, I always knew you were a company man. We got you. Have an extra ration on me.
Have an extra ration? Get
Don't
fucked.
see nothing. Don't say nothing.
Oh no, are you Nick Cage? Oh no.
Sure as hell am.
Oh, no.
Always was.
See, this is why I was trying to skip your turn.
Yeah.
I felt the vibes. I knew what was coming.
Genocide and Nick Cage saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what piece of foreshadowing he gave us that meant that.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow.
Oh,
In space.
my heart.
Well, now we have completed our first turn.
What a roller coaster, y'all.
Wait. So, yes, we rolled the event, right? That's what just happened. Okay. So, since you did not do university, you get to roll to see if you advance in your career. So,
advancement.
you're going to roll for advancement here.
Ooh, okay.
And so this is be a little tough. You got to beat an 8. You got to make an 8 or more.
Yeah, we'll see. Crime pays, baby. I got a 10.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
Just like that, I'm becoming a company man.
Yeah.
So you have now moved. Well, so you don't have a title yet, but you've moved from rank 0 to rank 1 as a citizen. Okay. So there you go. That is our first 4 years for our soon-to-be travelers. Everybody is now 22. Tyler, did you ever settle on your friends?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I wrote them down. We're going with Moonly,
Moonly?
and
Okay.
Blush.
Oh, I like blush.
I like blush. Also, like Booyah coming in with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so
BFFs, Moonly and Blush. Got it. Can't wait to
Moonly
kill him.
and Blush.
Can't wait
Yeah,
to kill him.
I'm here for it, man. Let's do it. No, for now, at the end of graduation, I'm actually gonna play off a little bit. I had an idea, but now I'm gonna play off of Steve just a touch, because somebody needs to find out what's going on there. And
No,
at
they
the
don't.
at the end of
Yeah.
graduation, Celebrant's mom, what was her name again? Gorgia.
Gorge.
Yeah, Gorgia.
Gorgia comes in after like Celebrant still has the space gown and the space cap on, and she's introducing this engineering firm manager to me, who she looks like she's maybe getting a little too comfortable with,
Oh.
but that's
That's
whatever.
Gorgia. Gorgia
Don't
gonna
worry about
Gorgia.
it. Not, Celebrant's not worried about it.
Right.
Y'all shouldn't worry about it. But she has got this man has an opening as an apprentice engineer
Bet she's
in
got an
his
opening.
civics engineer firm, and well, what do you know? I've already got the job. Oh well, all right, ma. Yeah, I could work for this guy. Sure.
Don't you have to roll to
Nope.
qualify for this?
Just,
No, I know you do, but I'm just like
Gonna
this
take
is
That's just where you're at.
That's
All right.
where I'm at, like in my head. Now when Gorge is gone, whoever this dude is, Mr. Stadenmeyer, Mr. Stadenmeyer is like, look, that's not how this is actually going to work. That's how she thinks this is going to work, but that's not how this is actually going to work.
We do not allow nepotism in this company, so you will have to apply just like everyone else.
Wink.
Yeah,
Wink.
right. Yeah, right.
So what career are you trying to get into
So this
here?
is going to be a corporate citizen.
Corporate citizen. All right.
Corporate
Let's get that
citizen.
education roll.
And because I had graduation, and this is a career that is part of that, I get a +1 to this,
Yes, you do.
which is great because I rolled 5. That's actually exactly what
That's
I need.
exactly what you need.
Cool.
Okay. So this is your first actual term, so you also get the host of skills that are drive, flyer, streetwise, melee, steward, and profession.
All right, got it.
All right, and now you're going to roll for survival.
All
And
right,
for a corporate, that's going to be Soch.
Social. Okay. Well, Celebrant gets a +1 to this, which I got a 5 on the die, so 6 total.
Oh, just exactly what you need. 6 was the number. So you do survive that. That's great. So now we're going to roll on the event table for your career. So that's 2D, please.
I got an 11 on that.
Ooh, 11. You befriend a superior in the corporation or the colony. Gain an ally, and either gain Diplomat 1 or DM +4 to your next advancement roll, thanks to their aid.
Wow.
Whoa.
So it sounds like Gorgia did some work after all.
Celebrant has so many friends.
Well, okay. Here's what I want to float this to you. So
Please,
that dude came up to you and said, "No, you have to apply," and was kind of stern about it. And then maybe 3 days later, he comes, he calls you. He's like, "Oh, no, you could come right in. You could come right in. I've spoken with your mother, and she's convinced me. She's convinced me of your talents and abilities. Please."
Oh, yeah. All right, Mr. Stadmeyer.
Yes. This is a good idea. Right.
Sounds like we're gonna have just an amazing relationship, man.
Man.
Yes, you will be reporting to, not me.
Oh,
there will be
all right.
several managers between you and me, but I'm sure you'll have a great career ahead of you, young man.
Maybe one day in the future, or you're pushing me out the. All right, later.
Hi. Yes, I'm quite busy.
Okay, Adam, take a quick look at chat.
Uh-huh.
Is that a thing? Did I miss that?
Wait, what?
An advancement roll? If you make an
Well,
successful advancement roll.
You went to school,
Not me.
so you,
I think they're referring to Steve's term there.
yes, we did roll for Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to
Yep,
keep
we
an eye
did.
on everything. My bad.
No, we rolled for Steve.
Okay.
He's
Got
now
that extra skill.
Yep. Okay, so so yeah, what are you going to choose there? Are you going to take the diplomat rank, or are you going to take that DM +4 to the advancement roll?
I think he's going to take that DM +4 to the advancement roll, because
I think that makes more narrative sense.
If this guy is really this close to Celebrant's mom, maybe I want to get closer to him too.
Oh.
That means I'm going to have to go up the ranks.
Yeah,
He was
trying
like,
to
there's
get rid of
several
some of those middle
managers.
Yeah, get rid of
Yeah.
a couple of those middle managers.
I'm going to have to work hard to work up in the company then.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then you are going to now roll for advancement with a +4 to this.
I need it because my intellect gives me a -1.
Okay. Yeah. So but is that what you're rolling for advancement? Yes.
Yeah, for corporate.
Yep.
All right. 8 on the die, plus all of the other things. So that's a yes.
Yeah. So you do advance, and you two are now a rank 1 citizen, corporate citizen. So this Celebrant is the epitome of not failing upward, but just Peter principling, just gets promoted just because. Yeah, just oh, okay, I guess I'm assistant manager now.
I mean,
Cool.
I might as well. I'm already here,
Yeah.
man.
Might as well. I mean, my mom already did the work.
You
Shit.
know, I mean, if that's what I'm supposed to do in life, man, then that's what I'm gonna do.
This is where the ways are leading me. Then here I go.
Yeah, I'll say that this guy. What was the name you gave the boss?
I think I said Mr. Studenmeyer.
Something like that. Yeah. All right. So Mr. Studenmeyer comes to you at the end of your 4 years and says, all right, Celebrant, you've done quite well. I would like to offer you a promotion to assistant to the assistant manager, in our in our what is the company that you work for? I'm sorry. Like, what do they do?
It's Studenmeyer Incorporated. It's an engineering firm.
Engineering. Okay.
You know what? Studenmeyer and Studenmeyer.
Oh,
okay.
That's
You'll be
official.
You'll be working in our nuts and bolts department. You'll be overseeing
Your mom used
the
to work there.
bolts. The bolts, and we have another person that will be overseeing the nuts. But to celebrate your advancement here and your promotion, I propose that you and I go and have dinner. And you should invite your mum to dinner as well. That would be quite nice. It'd be great to see her again.
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Studenmeyer. I'd love to. In fact, you know what? Of course you have her phone number already. And yeah, I'll tell you what, man. We'll have dinner and I'll invite you over to the place. I'm sure Dad would love to cook dinner for you.
Dad.
That's
all right. That's enough of that.
It's gonna be bad. No problems here. Don't worry, Dad's cool. Wink.
So yeah, that's the end of your term, and another successful term for Celebrant.
So I think, and to go back with Emily, I think Emily was right actually. When you succeed on an advancement roll, you get to the next higher rank, and you gain an extra roll on any of the skill tables available to your career.
Oh,
so
okay. I see.
Steve should have one of these as well, but it looks like I can make a roll on my career table, somewhere on the table, and gain a skill in that thing.
Yeah, so we'll come back to you, Steve, because you do get to do that. I did miss that. So for citizen, and you've chosen corporate, there are do you have an education of 10?
I have a 12 education. Yeah.
Okay, so you actually have 4 different tables that you can roll on. The personal development table, the service skills table, the advanced education table, and the corporate table. And each one of these has 6 different things, like benefits that you get as part of advancing.
So I think, and this is actually, so I do 1D on this. So since Celebrant is everything's going well from the management side of things, but he always hears whispers when when people think he's not around to hear them, like just talking about how Celebrant gets everything handled to him. And he sounds like a huge drug addict. Like, this is a stoner. Like, mom just got him in here. And Celebrant, unfortunately, is just one of those guys where he doesn't actually do any drugs. It just sounds like he does. So he's going to take what he's hearing to heart and personally develop himself.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. All right, so you're going to roll 1D for this.
I got a 4.
4. So
which I actually turns out that's super stressful for Celebrant, so he's starting to gamble on the side.
Yeah, so you get a 0 rank in gambling. Shout out to Heath out there. I know you're happy. Yeah. So what's happening here is when you advance, there's several tables per career that you can roll on, and you chose the personal development. This is where you do have the opportunity to increase some of your core characteristics. However, you did roll a 4, so you get to increase your gambler by 1. If you didn't have it, it starts at 0. Steve, you also are a citizen. However, you're a worker, and I don't think you have an education of 10. Oh, right. No. So you can only roll on the personal development, service skills, or a worker. And this would go back to your first term.
Yeah, sure. So this is kind of tough because there are a couple stat increases on the personal development table that I'm kind of interested in, but they don't thrill me. and neither do the skills on the rest of that table as well. I think I'm just going to double down on what I do well, and that's rolling on the worker table.
All right.
I got a 4. That's engineer.
Oh, look at you. So you get to boost your engineer by 1. All right. So that closes out Steve's first turn, and we now closed off Tyler's second turn. So that means we're going to go to Sam for Sam's second term with Has.
All right. Well, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but there's a lot of expectations that come with being a Shreddington. It's it's really hard to have all these expectations and the weight of the name on you. But Has is prepared to take it all into stride after graduating from Space Yale with like a 2.2, but they definitely say that they graduated with honors. They're going straight into the noble career path.
The noble career path. I think that's only available to people with a certain social score, which you obviously have.
Yeah, that's automatic qualification if your Soch is 10 or higher.
Wow.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well,
I'm going to skip one roll.
Okay, that's great. So are you going to be an administrator, a diplomat, or a dilettante?
I think we all know that Has is a dilettante at heart.
Okay, so you get to skip the roll to get in, which means you're just going to get these skills. You get to add 1 to any of them. If you don't have them, it's a 0. So that's admin, advocate, electronics, diplomat, investigate, and persuade. So some good skills there. And for those of you that don't know, advocate is like law. It's like lawyer skill.
For the love of God, can somebody read the description for dilettante?
I was just gonna say that, Steve. It's so perfect.
So look it up.
I think Sam should read it.
Please.
Where is it? What's
It's on page 38 of the core rulebook under the assignments. The top left there.
Yeah, it has a quick description for everything.
Yes, you are known for being known and have absolutely no useful function in society.
It's
Got 'em.
amazing. It's amazing. All right, so you got all those skills, yes? You got your skills on your sheet?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I'm still writing them in, but yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we need to roll a survival roll. For you, this is going to be a Soch 5. So I think you're pretty much going to get that, but you never know.
Yeah, I got a 9 on there.
All right, cool. So then you're going to roll for an event under that noble event table. So give me 2D.
How's a 10 sound?
10 sounds pretty good, I think. You manipulate and charm your way through high society. Gain 1 level of carouse, diplomat, persuade, or steward. So you pick one of those and you can add a level. You also gain a rival and an ally.
Oh, dang.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you after this round of terms, we're going to take a break so you can chew on what your rival and ally is going to be in that time. But you do gain 1. And what are you going to choose there for the level up? Carouse, diplomat, persuade, or steward?
I think I'm going to go with persuade. I think
Like
that
it.
Has is, learning to just sort of manipulate people as they really are very valuable to society in general.
So it basically
leaving that out.
has persuaded people to not make him do anything useful.
Yes,
in
yes.
Oh, of course.
That's it.
That's what
So-
we're all aiming for,
That's what we're all here to do, yeah.
Has is just masterclass on
There
it.
it is.
Okay, so now I'm going to need you to roll for advancement. For you, that is going to be an intellect. Gotta get a 7 or better.
No gimme here.
No gimme.
6. No advancement.
No advancement there. So you're going to remain at a wastrel, is the rank of a level 0 dilettante.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you don't become more not useful.
Dude, like the highest rank of this is a scoundrel. It goes from wastrel to ingrate to black sheep to scoundrel.
Oh goodness.
That's amazing. This
very
is
Happy
fantastic.
to be here.
Wow.
That's incredible. All right, so I believe that will wrap up your term here. Am I missing anything? We did survival, we did the event, did advancement. Okay. You good?
I'm good.
All right, be thinking about those rivals and ally. I always say ally because
Ally.
that's how it's spelled. Okay, we're going to move on to Emily for Emily's second term with Wyatt.
Yeah.
Okay, so what career would you like to go into? Journalism, I believe, was what you
Yeah.
wanted to be.
You know
So
why?
you're gonna-
Yeah, it's gonna do journalism for sure.
So you can roll either dexterity or intellect. I'm going to say you got to roll intellect for this because it's journalists.
What?
You know,
Why? Okay, no, I like that. That's higher than my dex. Never mind.
because it makes sense, Emily.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh no, that's a 5.
Well, that will that'll do it.
Oh,
5 is what you need.
Okay.
And don't forget, you also got a +1 because you did graduate.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's actually a
that's
6. And so yes, you succeed in qualifying as an entertainer, journalist specifically. So let's go to your layout here. And your first set of free skills you get here, you'll be able to increase all of these by 1. Art, carouse. So now he's really a partier. Wyatt is. I believe that puts him at 2, right?
On carouse?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, is
Yeah.
this going to be a 1 for art or a 0?
If you don't have anything, it's a 0.
It's a 0. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So art, carouse, deception,
Ooh.
drive, persuade, and steward.
Persuade. Goodness. Okay. And steward? Golly gee.
Yep.
I'm just all over the place. Okay. I do that.
Okay. So then you've got your skills. We're going to need to roll that survival check. So I will need you to roll an education roll, please.
Okay. Is that 2D?
2D.
Okay.
Always. Yeah.
I'm always
Yep.
going to ask, oh, I rolled a 10, and education is a +1 for me. So 11D.
All right, great. You crushed it. So we're going to go back to your event table here.
Oh boy.
So go ahead and roll 2D for me.
8.
8. All right. You have the opportunity to criticize or even bring down a questionable political leader on your home world. If you refuse and support the leader, you gain nothing. But if you accept, you gain an enemy, and then roll art or persuade.
Oh man. Okay, so here's gonna be that connection, I think. That's what I think. It's either needs to be Studemeyer and Studemeyer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or I'm sorry, what is the name of your crazy world crushing
Oh, the Hayakawa Corp.
Hayakawa Corp? Which one? I think it's gonna have to be Hayakawa, just because that's way worse than anything that old Studemeyer could get up
Oh,
to.
I've got a good thing going on here.
I hate it
boys.
for you. I hate
Yeah.
that you have a good thing going.
Yeah, it's a bad thing for everybody else.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
So go ahead and roll art or persuade, whichever you're better at.
I think that they are both. Yeah, they're both the same.
Okay.
So just yeah. Oh, no, that's 6.
Oh no! So you failed.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You can, no matter what, here you can gain 1 level in any skill you already have.
Okay.
So you pick any skill and add 1 level. However, because you failed, we're going to be rolling on the mishap table. So go ahead and be a 1D. So you try to do this, but the corporation is too strong and fights your expose, and we'll see how that happens. Go ahead and roll me 1D, Emily.
Sorry, I was adding to persuade a 5.
Okay, so an investigation, tour, project, or expedition. We're going to say your investigation goes wrong. And while you were out trying to like expose this person away from your home planet, you became stranded far from home.
Uh-oh.
But how is this a mishap? You gained 1, either survival, pilot, persuade, or streetwise.
That's gonna be another persuade, baby.
Okay, so if you already have, do you have persuade at 1?
Yes.
Okay, don't take that because this won't increase. So like either any of these will take it up to level 1, but not higher for this because it says survival, pilot, persuade, or streetwise.
Ooh. I guess I'll just take one of those then. I'll take streetwise.
Okay, I think that makes the most sense. Like you learned a little something about trying to mess with, this was your first big story as a sports journalist to
well, they were thinking about branching out, like when you get wind of something, it doesn't matter, what your beef is. You got to expose the bad.
So didn't quite work out for you there. Let's see if this was a learning experience enough for you to advance though as a journalist. So that will be a intellect roll.
Oh yay! 8.
8, so that's a pass. So you do increase. You get to bring art up to level 1 if it isn't already.
It is not already.
Okay. And you get to roll on the advancement table, so you can do either the personal development, the service skills, the journalist. Do you have an education of 10 or higher?
I do not.
Okay, so those are the 3 that you can pick from.
Let's do what'd you say, something about self-help?
Well, there's personal development, and service skills and journalist.
No, let's do journalist. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Yeah, I think this is a big one for you.
What do I add to this? Anything?
Nothing. It's just a straight
7.
D. No, it's 1D.
Oh, poop. Okay. Kia. 5.
5. Okay. Recon. So you learned a little bit about, gathering information before you make your big play. So you can take your recon as a skill.
Okay.
All right. We're almost there. I know you guys got to pee, but we're going to go ahead and push through.
But I don't care. Just
hold on. Because I have to pee too, so if I can hold it, you can hold it. All right, Steve, we're going to get to you. What you got? First step is pick. You're already in your career, right?
Hell yeah, baby.
Hell
I got a great thing going on here. I'm sticking with it.
All right. So let's roll that survival check. So that's going to be for you a
endurance 4+, I believe.
That's right, because you're a worker.
Yeah. So I imagine as he's helping setting these beacons, there's just a lot of hazards in going to an uncharted territory, flora, fauna, etc. And making sure that you don't run out of air or something. But another big thing is that every time they fire up these giant gravity projectors, it just like fucking crushes everyone's internal organs that are around. So let's see what happens here. I do succeed with a 6, so I survive.
Okay, beautiful. So then we're going to just roll on your event table.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay. So you befriend a superior in the corporation or colony. You gain an ally. This is very similar to what happened to Tyler. So you either gain Diplomat 1 or a DM +4 to your next advancement roll. So I think, here it's right on track with what's been going on with Cormac, right? Like you're the guy that they can trust. And during this period of time, there was this upstart sports journalist that was trying to poke holes and like bring your corporation down. And what did you do to help shut down her story? Or his story, right? I'm sorry, Emily, you're playing.
Oh, this is tough. What can someone on the ground like Cormac do to disrupt his story? I think it's
She was stranded, right?
Yeah.
oh,
Wyatt was stranded.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. So I think he's basically the one that did that.
What a dick.
So
Wow.
they basically we wrap up a job. There's a superior who knows that we've got this investigative sports journalist sniffing around.
The most dangerous kind of journalist.
Truly, they've got
And
nothing
so-
to lose. Oh my gosh!
And so Cormac basically positions one of those gravity generators or one of those gravity tethers under Wyatt's ship or shuttle or whatever when they're not in it, and just fires it up and it crunches it like a tin can, stranding Wyatt.
I think what would be great is that Wyatt, you don't know that it was Cormac that did this. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
you know that it was the company.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
have your assumptions of the company, but you don't know that it was specifically Cormac that's the one that jeopardized your ship. But
Just-
Cormac, you know who Wyatt is. You know, this is great. This
Son
is
of a
beautiful. So you gain an ally. I assume this will probably be your boss, whoever has been asking you to keep it quiet, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be
Cormac, you've come through again. You've come through again. I mean, you're really a company guy, and I really appreciate that. I see a big future for you. Look, I can introduce you to some people, or we can just bump you up here in your career. Your choice.
Yeah. As much as I appreciate the offer, I would like to see manager in front of my last name, Parker. Manager Parker has quite a ring to it. Don't you agree?
You're right. I think that'd be great. I'd love to have you on the leadership team, as it were. You really got something in you, Cormac. You're made of the real stuff. You're a real one, Cormac. You got metal, you got heart, and you got balls. The way that you crumpled that ship, did you even know if the person was going to be on the ship or not? Or did you just say,
Soup? What nobody knows can't hurt them.
Oh my God.
And that's code for I have no idea who was on that ship. Was it empty? Was it full? Who knows? We'll see.
All
We're
right, Steve, roll.
eventually supposed to be on a team with this
Yeah, no, this is
person,
going to be,
right?
dude, it's going to be
Interesting.
so good because like he's the one who knows, you don't.
Yeah.
And like having that based on the adventure we're going to do, this is juice. This
Oh,
is
God.
so good.
Fuck all y'all college kids.
Yeah.
For mine.
How does it feel to be on a team with monsters?
Yeah. All right, Steve, go ahead and roll that advancement roll with a +4.
Oh,
Yeah. I would have done it anyway, but I'm very glad. I needed an 8 education, which I got none of. So I got a 12 total, meaning I advance.
All right, you are in fact a manager now. You can add admin 1 to your skill set, and you can roll on one of these skills and trainings table.
Okay. Whew, boy. I think as Cormac ascends to manager, instead of taking a rank in worker, one of the worker skills, I'm gonna go personal development.
I like it. All right.
Sweet. Okay. This doesn't change my scores, but I got a 1 there, which bumps up my education +1. My
Very good.
education now goes to a 7. So that doesn't change the modifier, but we're on the way up.
All right. What a crazy turn of events this turn has been. Everybody
I fucking love this game.
Yeah, this is great. Everybody is 26 years old. We are going to take a short break so we can pee, refresh our drinks, and think about our choices that we've made in life here in this
All
game
good
we call
choices.
Traveler.
Yeah.
Y'all stick around. We have a few more terms up, and we will see where these characters end up before they're supposed to work together in an adventure soon. So we'll see you in about, let's make it 7 minutes, Emily.
Okay.
We'll see you very soon. Don't go anywhere.
All right. And we're back.
Yay! We're all drained now.
Yay! What is this for doing?
No. That's what we're calling it now?
What a way,
All right.
what a way to come back. What a
No
way-
one
Makes
agreed
me
to
wanna-
that.
No one.
Yeah,
no
it makes
one.
me want to
Yeah,
not be
sorry.
that anymore.
Cracked a planet, got the liquid out, you know.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Are you guys having a good time? Are you enjoying Traveler that so far?
I'll be honest. I'm having a surprisingly good time. I was way in my head about this, honestly. So I'm really
Yeah.
glad that this is as chill as
Are
it
you-
is.
Are you happy with Wyatt's life path thus far, Emily?
Oh yeah. So like Wyatt, fun story, y'all. Well, not being from the electronic planet, but like Wyatt is basically me in another life. So
Well, did you try to take down a big evil corporation
Every
with your
day of
sports
my life.
journalism?
Every day of my life. Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's
Adam.
what I do. That's what
That's what I
do.
Were you unaware?
Sam, how are you feeling about Haz's no purpose existence?
Well, I think that it's really hard when you come in with the expectations of a name like Shreddington, but I think that Haz is really doing themselves really solid, just doing just nothing at all.
I'm doing my part.
Yeah, I mean the best you can do really when the expectations that are that high is just to hold serve, basically. I'm having a blast. This system is this is very fun.
Yeah.
Tyler, Celebrant seems to have done very well for himself by coasting. Is this your life philosophy?
Man, I just think that the universe kind of just tells you what you need to do, So I'm just trying not to think too hard about it and just be a good guy, I guess.
Okay.
Man, that's
I'm
like
also-
all any of us can do.
I'm also
Yeah.
like as Tyler, I'm waiting for the event that is going to I'm
Break him. Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of like looking for that moment in character development that's going to make him go, all right, fuck all this. I'm going to go just do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that is, where that is. or
Haven't
when it's
got there
going to
yet,
play.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to allow the emergent process to occur, which is what I love about this so far.
Mhm.
I don't have to make up my mind right now.
Well, when I
And-
pull the plug on Bach and y'all, it's gonna really set this game upside
Mother.
down.
How dare you?
This is an
Well,
everybody
yeah. So,
versus
Steve,
arc.
how are you feeling about the decisions that you've made?
I'm loving it. Really having a good time. I'm making all of the same decisions that I would make in real life if I were in these situations. You really got to put yourself in the head of somebody who's worked for the same company their entire adult life,
No, baby.
like me.
No, baby.
You cover some stuff up, No, I'm kidding. I'm not a genocidal maniac. I'm just a man trying to make his way in the galaxy.
I wouldn't say that Cormac is either.
No.
He just
No.
works for genocidal maniacs, and
I think it's a tough position for somebody like him to be in. I'm not trying to justify the shitty things he's seen and done, but like having lived on the Typhoon his entire life, having done this his entire life, cracking planets is like basically what his mini society does. And he's starting to see the greasy underbelly of that. But to somebody who has been in that role their entire life, seeing that kind of just changes their perspective a little bit. It just informs, oh, when we do things, there's a reason. And sometimes that reason's not good, but that's what gets food on the table. And that's kind of how he's living right now.
Mhm.
So
All
there was
right.
Sometimes you need to crush a journalist's face car.
Do you?
there was a moment when you were talking about growing up on the Typhoon, and you're explaining it now, but it occurred to me, like, can you imagine being a kid on a ship like that? Like, they probably drop you off in an unused cargo bay, right?
Mhm.
They throw a company branded hard hat on your head and say, all right, kids, today what we're doing is we're going to move boxes across the room. And you just like,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
daycare is. It's just little tiny menial tasks where you're just wearing company regalia.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, it's a full tilt, like, mind fuck, right? And so he hasn't done anything else. Like, he didn't
That's
go to
right.
the military. He didn't do anything outside of the company is all he's known his whole life, right?
Right.
Like, so yeah, my dude is deeply brainwashed. That's what I'm gonna
This
go with,
is-
so I don't hate you.
Okay, you can tell yourself that.
Okay. Thanks.
But what I'm enjoying right now, though, is that we are taking although the three of you all went to college, we are all taking pretty divergent paths that are crossing over with each other. But what I would like to see in upcoming episodes is like, what decisions are consequential? Like, dude, I've played Pathfinder for the last like almost 10 years. I know what the stats do. I know what's good to take. I know like where I should put my proficiencies. I don't have a fucking clue what I should be bumping right
Yeah.
now. Like,
Right.
should I be trying to bump my core stats? Should I be focusing on these like skills like mechanic, vac suit, whatever? I truthfully don't know. Should I be like going for money? I don't know. So to see us coming at this from a whole bunch of different angles, I think is going to result in characters that coming out of this session have different things available to them, and we're going to see what's successful and what's not. I intend to go civilian for the rest of this. We'll see how it goes, but how is that build going to compare with someone's build who's hopping from career to career? I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, to that point, let us move into term 3 of this character creation, right? That's where we're at? 3?
Yep.
All right. Tyler, start with you again. Celebrant is now 26 years old.
And things are really good, man.
Yeah.
Company treats me well. My
mom loves you.
Happier than she's ever been.
She literally bends over backwards for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, even dad's happy. Like he walks around making meals and cleaning and whistling.
But
to
is daddy
himself.
happy?
I think so, man. I don't know. But you know what? The company's good. And Mr. Studenmeyer, he's a little bit of a tight ass, but he's great if you get to know him, man. He's actually my third ally, so yeah.
Nice.
I'm assuming Mr. Studenmeyer probably begrudgingly would assist anytime that it came down to it, but it's like, this kid actually really helped me get laid in a hard time in my life. So.
Yeah.
He didn't try to; it was an accident.
Got him through
but-
the divorce.
Yeah.
And he hasn't
exactly.
He hasn't fucked up at the job too bad,
You
so
know,
like
yeah.
it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep on keeping on, which means I think I make a survival roll first, right?
That is correct. That's
All right,
where we're
so
at.
Society for me, I rolled 8 on the die with a +1, so that's 9. It's a success,
That is a success. Yes.
and I get to choose. And you know what? I'm not gonna do this the entire character creation, but I'm just really gunning to get that intellect to not -1.
Before you do that, we're going to need to roll an event.
Event before the skills?
Yes. Yeah, because
Got
you
it.
got to roll to advance before you get the skills. You just survived, so you don't have to roll a mishap.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. So event.
Event, yes. 2D.
8 on this.
8.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, here we go again. You learned something you should not have: a corporate secret, a political scandal, which you can profit from illegally. If you do so, you gain a DM +1 to a benefit roll from this career and gain Streetwise 1, Deception 1, or a criminal contact. If you refuse, you gain nothing.
So as Celebrant is going through like some backlog archive stuff, he ends up finding this blueprint that's really interesting. It shouldn't be in the nuts and bolts department.
Right.
Like by any means, like, these are full-scale blueprints, man. And they're the ships that the Hayate Corp uses to do their draining operations.
Oh shit.
So he finds blueprints and they just kind of got like tucked in the back here. And the question is, what do I do with
Should
that?
you leak them to the known sports journalist?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's too late for that.
Hold your
Too late
integrity.
for that.
Oh man. I don't know right now. This one's
What
tough.
would Celebrant
What
do?
would Celebrant do? Because part of me thinks that Celebrant would just like would go to Mr. Studenmeyer's office and be like, "Hey man, I found these in our department.
Yeah, these aren't supposed to be in the nuts and
I don't know
bolts
what these
department.
are. This isn't nuts and bolts. These are like, planet destroying.
This is
machines,
clearly
man. I don't
not
need
nuts and
this."
bolts, man.
Yeah, not nuts and bolts. So, yeah, I just figured I'd give it to you, man.
I mean, look, dude.
So I think Celebrant is going to do nothing
Mhm.
beyond noting the information, knowing that it's there, but right now not doing anything.
All right. I like that. And I feel like I'm going to still give you, I'm going to give you a +1 to your advancement roll.
Okay.
Like, just because, like, You don't even realize why, but because you did that and didn't tell anybody else, like unknowingly, you just went straight to him. You kind of saved him some headache, you know, and so that's going to gain you a little extra love from Mr. Studemeyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'll give you a +1 to your advancement roll, which you should go ahead and roll now.
Okay. Let's see. I believe this one is intellect for me. Oh, gonna not. Wow. Crush that one. 12.
Well, all right. So you have
Down
now
the line.
moved up to you're a worker, right?
Yeah, I'm a corporate citizen, and I was rank 1. I am
Now
now
you're-
rank 2.
So now he's like like that's pretty good. In fact, your knowledge of what is and isn't a nut or a bolt, I think it's time to give you a raise and a promotion. You're in fact a nut and bolt technician.
Oh man, that's surprising. Like, I mean, I do really know a lot about nuts and bolts. I mean, more about bolts than I do nuts,
Well, yes,
to
that's
be
your-
honest. But
You
I
know,
mean,
I'm gonna, in fact, you're gonna absorb that department. You are now in
Oh.
charge of nuts and bolts.
whoa, that's what about Mr. Wingnut? Is he gonna be?
We're getting into screws, and I'm gonna give
Okay.
screws to Mr. Wingnut.
Got it. All right, all
You
right.
gotta put
Hey man,
the
you
Oh,
gotta,
screws to Wingnut.
you
Where's
gotta
that guy?
expand.
Go leak this to the press. We got a big thing coming up. Screws. They're the future.
So I was looking at that crazy blueprint that I gave to you last week. And I
Yeah,
was
no,
thinking,
no, we don't worry about that. That's just some trash that ended
Oh.
up on your desk. It's
So-
and
so
it-
don't-
I'll take care of it right now. He like crumples it up and throws it in a
so
trash
don't
bin.
think, got it, man. All right, nuts and bolts. That's what.
Congratulations.
about.
What was your last name?
I don't even know. Never got that
Celebrant
far.
have last name.
Yeah.
Is it more of a mononym deal?
Celebrant
Congratulations.
apple blossom. I don't know.
Congratulations, Mr. Apple Blossom. You are now head technician of the nuts and bolts department.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Studemeyer. This.
Yeah, now get out of here. I'm busy.
Oh yeah. Have a good day, man.
Tell your mom I said hi.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a term for you. This is great. Sam, we're going to come around to you now. We have some unfinished business from your last term. You gained a rival and an ally. Have you chosen those?
Yeah, I think for rival, we're just going with straight up like other member of this social strata who is actually competent in some way or is intelligent enough to recognize that has shredding tin is a paper person who is just no substance at all to them.
Person.
So let's say that person's name is Peter Greensby.
All right.
Peter Greensby, who is actually a successful noble and does things.
What
Yeah.
a jerk.
Yeah, what a jerk.
Can you believe it?
He's some kind of philanthropist.
Yeah, he's some sort of philanthropist.
Oh. And as far as ally goes, I think not a lot of people recognize just how into partying Mr. Studemeyer is. But we've had some wild times, and we've done a lot of Jello shots and ice luges together. And sometimes you hang out and you get wasted and you swear that you would die for one another, and you remember vague parts of it in the morning. So to say my ally would be Mr. Studemeyer.
Okay, nice.
love that.
Okay. So Studemeyer is your ally?
Yeah.
Love it.
I feel like at some point, somehow, like Wyatt would have partied with one and or both of y'all. Because that was a thing that he did in college. Like, he went to lots of parties, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, the parties are endless. I mean, that's my literal job.
That's the only skill set I have.
When it's time to
all I
party,
do.
we will party hard.
And that's it. And that is it.
Oh man.
Okay.
I will be sticking with dilettante for this.
All right. So let's roll that survival then.
All right. With the social roll, that is a total of 8.
That'll do it.
Hold on just a second, gang. Sam, can you talk a little bit more? I think we've got an audio issue.
Choppy?
Yeah.
Do I still sound choppy? How we doing?
Adam, go ahead and you say some things.
Yeah. Probably just internet. Being internet.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll just catch a connection here in a minute.
While we're on a quick little moment, you do roll on the skill table when you start a term, and then you roll an additional time if you advance.
Oh, wow. Well, we've been missing a lot there.
Oh, I should get 2 more then. Yeah.
I think
Everybody
Steve should
should.
get 2 more.
Everybody should get. Well, no.
No, because the last so Steve for sure, but for the rest of us, we got all of our basic skills last term because that was our first term. So we don't roll when we continue a term in that.
I
career.
see. Correct. I gotcha.
Okay. We roll when we continue the term, and again if we advance.
Okay, so let's handle that real quick. Let's start with Tyler. Go ahead and get your extra roll.
I just went and chose the corporate and got leadership. So
Okay, beautiful.
And then the additional for advancing.
Well, you've already done that, right? Or no?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think you already did that. Steve, go ahead and take 2 rolls.
All right, I'm going to basically stick with what I did in the previous 2 turns to be thematic. So for the first term, I'm going to roll on the worker table, which is a 5, which is going to be profession. I'm bumping up my planet cracker. And then I'm going to go personal development for the second one. Also a 5, which is drive. So maybe he's operating some heavy machinery or something that second year.
All
Or
right.
that second term, rather.
Yes,
Wait.
we're finally finishing Steve's first turn.
Yeah, but I don't. That will count for when we get to your turn. That second one, because you also on your first turn got a full suite, right?
Yeah, but he advanced as well. He advanced twice, so that's why the 2 extra rolls.
But I
We rolled.
But I
for
did
the
roll for
advancement.
those advancements.
What we did
So-
roll is the initial. So yes, you should just have. You will not do that. I'm sorry, guys, but you.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take back my drive and
Okay.
stick with my first profession.
Right. Okay. And then. So it was really only Steve that should have gotten one because everybody else got their full.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
okay.
me for the start of this.
Of this
third
one.
turn.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. Right. Now we're on.
Now we're on.
Now we're on track.
done
All right. All right, Sam.
All right.
Let's go to you. So go ahead and roll for survival. I'm sorry,
I
roll
already
your
rolled the
skill table.
survival.
Did you roll your skill table for your starting a new term?
No, I didn't roll the skill. I'm going to go with dilettante because I am deeply committed to the serious career that I have. I don't know if you people understand the responsibility involved
The
in
weight.
dilettanting, but that's a 3.
Okay, so what does that get you?
That's
Or do you-
flyer.
Flyer. All right, so you can up your flyer by 1.
All right.
All right,
Yes,
and you
then-
did pass your survival check. So then we'll need you to roll on the event table.
All right. Let's see what Has gets here. 7.
7. Oh, we're going to a life event. This could get interesting. Give me 2D.
All right. 2D. 6.
Oh, you become involved in a romantic relationship. Gain an ally.
All right. So I think
Yeah, so during this time, all you're doing nothing, you fall in love.
that makes sense. As one of the most available people in the literal galaxy.
Literal galaxy.
It was only a matter of time. I'm just surprised that it's only one person.
You're a discerning taste, you know. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
It's true. You got to play hard to get for 8 years before you settle down into any sort of minor commitment.
All right. Well, you'll have to come up with who that romantic partner is. I'll give you some time to think on that. So then let's roll for advancement.
All right. I'm feeling this promotion into scumbag or whatever's next.
Scumbag.
That is a 7.
7 does, I believe that's going to do it for you. Yeah, you needed to get 7. So you do get promoted up to an ingrate.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well done.
Oh no, you're
Oh no, I'm still aspiring to be ingrate. I'm still wastrel.
this. Yeah. So you went up to rank 1. So no title change or skill bonus there, but you do get to roll in the advancement.
Nice.
I just have to say thank you to the anonymous gifter who just gifted 10 subs on Twitch. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
That's big, huge. Thank you so much. That's incredible. So I'm sorry, what skill are you going to? What skill table?
Oh
are you-
yeah, I can roll again. We just learned this, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go personal development because
Okay.
I've spent some time working on me in the last 4 years.
That's how you fell in love. You found
Yeah.
somebody that made you feel valuable.
Which is how I picked up the skill gambler.
Okay, now your love has to have been
Oh,
met
wait a
at a
second.
casino. Yeah, you met your
Who was
romantic
it?
partner at a casino.
Who was it that was also gambling?
The dealer.
Celebrant uses it to deal with stress.
Nice.
Is there a connection there?
I see a potential connection coming up.
It's Celebrant's
keep-
mom.
I'm gonna keep. Of course.
She goes to the casino with him.
Always Gorgia.
It always comes back to
Gorgeous, gonna gorge you, man.
Getting has all engorged.
I
Wow.
knew it was gonna happen somewhere. Thank you, Steve. I can always rely.
I always got you on way. You know I'm
To
good for
break
that
the seal
one.
on that one.
Think about that connection, how you want to do that. I think that's a good one. But give you a little time there to chew on it. I believe that will be the end of that term for you, Sam. So let's move to Emily.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, I have to tell you what to do.
Yeah. Hi.
You're gonna first roll on a skill table of your choice that you can do, and so as a journalist, that will be personal development, journalist, or service skills.
I think I do want to do some personal development. You know.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here.
This is that late 20s time of life when you really start
Yeah.
trying to figure out
Really-
what you know and what you don't know. You know.
Question some things. I got a 4.
Okay. Well, you learned a language.
Parlez-vous français? En space? No, okay.
The space French.
Space French, you see. All right, yeah, hell yeah, I do that.
Okay. Now I need you to roll a survival check here. This is going to be an education roll.
I'm sorry. This makes me just zero in language, not a specific. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You get zeros in all languages.
Okay. And now I'm rolling a what now?
An education roll, please.
Okay. It's going to be a 7.
Ooh, just make it.
See,
So you
it
do
agrees.
survive with no mishaps here. So now I need you to roll 2D to find out what event happens to you.
A 9.
A 9. You go on tour of the sector, visiting several worlds. Gain D3 contacts. So roll a D6. 1 to 2 will be 1, 3 to 4 will be 2, and 5 to 6 will be 3.
Foe.
4. So you gain 2 contacts from a journey across a planetary system. That would make sense as you also learned a language.
Yeah.
You know, so like you had a little, as a journalist, you're expanding a bit of your scope and maybe that the content of what you write about. Maybe you've become a travel bloggist, travel blogger.
I think we're shifting into not just sports. Obviously, my investigative streaks are broader than I gave them original credit for. So not just like contact sports, but thinky sports like poker, specifically poker played in the French space speaking portion of space.
The French space speaking portion of space. That's pretty specific. Yep.
Yeah. So that he could, of course, practice his new language skills, and interview some of the gamblers, interview some of the players, and everything. Get a closer look at the inner thinkings and mindsets of gambling individuals. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. If maybe if one of these players continue to get good at gambling and they make a career for themselves in the Galaxy series of poker,
yeah,
you might write about them.
Mayhaps even.
Mayhap. I don't think we're there just yet, but it's definitely opening up that possibility.
Do I have
okay.
two? Or is it just
two
one
what?
ally? Two allies.
Two contacts.
Two contacts.
Two.
Okay.
Two contacts, not even allies, just contacts.
I'm gonna say
Oh, you're ready. Let's go.
no. I don't know. No.
Okay, you got time.
Okay.
When you have to come up with these, I'll circle back around on your next term.
All
You'll be thinking about it. All right, so that takes us to that was the event. Now you can roll for advancement, Emily.
Okay.
So what I'll need you to do here is roll an intellect check.
Oh, nice. 9. Rolling.
9. Well,
really
that's you actually become a staff writer.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're hired full time for a publication, and you gain the investigate skill.
Okay.
So take your investigate to 1.
Ooh.
And you get to roll on the skill and training table again.
Okay, dokie then.
Personal development, service skills, or journalist.
I think I will go again. Well, no, let's go journalist.
Okay.
A 1.
A 1. So increase your art.
Okay.
For you, your art is going to be writing, right? So you should have a pretty decent score in art now.
I'm gonna have a 1.
A 1? Oh, okay. Right. That's right. Okay. Pretty good. None of you are doing bad when it comes to your careers.
Give us a minute.
Right?
Well, we'll see.
We'll get
time.
Yeah.
Don't rush us. Let us cook.
Well,
Talking
Steve,
about
you're
it
up.
over here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're just trying to curse me because you want me to fail in my evil job. All right. So to clean something up from last turn, I gained an ally. That ally was a nameless supervisor who I'm going to be calling Supervisor Jimeno.
Supervisor Jimeno.
Yes. Okay. That behind us. Let's talk about what needs to happen. I believe first thing is getting some skills.
Yes.
D6.
That's correct.
Cormac was recently promoted to manager, but he wants to instill confidence in the folks that report up to him now. And instead of rolling on personal development, I'm going to roll on worker.
Okay.
Because he's going to be like handling the equipment himself. He's going to be leading from the front. He's going to be like a man's man down there in the trenches with his boys. And in so much, I learn a little bit more mechanics, taking my mechanic from a 0 to a 1.
Okay.
And then some shit happens, Adam.
Yeah. You're going to roll survival.
All right.
And for you, again, you're a worker. This is endurance. Pretty easy check here.
Successful. I got a 6. I'm only looking for a 4.
That's correct. So now you'll roll on your events table. So that'll be 2D.
Okay. That's going to be a 5. Let's see what I get here.
Okay. Your business expands, your corporation grows, or the colony thrives. So this corporation's just getting more and more powerful. And what that means for you is that you're going to get another DM +1 to a benefit roll. So I believe that's 2 for you.
Yes. Okay. And I have an idea of how this can manifest itself.
Okay.
It's sort of a connection, albeit kind of obliquely. So Hayakawa gets contracted for like a crazy amount of money, and it's not to extract liquids from a planet anymore. They get some like super duper corporate money to do a corporate job, and what that job is they have to travel the Typhoon to Bacchanal. Just had to remind myself of that in my notes. They're not cracking the planet. They're hired to crack the moon with the intent of cracking the moon in such a way that it becomes a ring around the planet and makes it like beautiful and trippy and crazy.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So Bacchanal hired them.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Whoever controls Bacchanal, I don't know what that corporation is or whatever, but they have Hayakawa crack the moon, turn it into a ring
of
around the
space
planet.
dust.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, the mega corporation has been putting forward as propaganda this whole time that all of the intent that they've been laying onto the planet, the love, and it's all culminating to this moment where the moon of this planet is now going to encircle it with all of its positive
Wow.
energies all the time, 24/7. So now. But that's all, that's what they're proposing, but really on the back end they're looking for whatever's under the moon's crust.
So
It's very deceptive.
the Typhoon comes in on the dark side of the moon, cracks the planet and goes to hyperspace, or cracks the moon and goes to hyperspace, and people think it's like a miracle or something.
Yes.
my god.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love
Wow.
this. This is the coolest
so
thing ever.
Good. Oh my god, this is so good. This is
And the
so
reason
good.
I'm getting a +1 to a benefit roll is because Cormac is going to be like the ground manager on the dark side of the moon and needs to keep things covered up and like a real tight crew. No one can talk to the outside, and he does a great job of it.
You've already proven yourself once, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Twice actually. This is amazing. This is just
Oh my
so
god.
wild. Okay. Excellent.
This makes me
Excellent.
sad.
Uh, so
I'm
Um,
ruining space.
so roll,
Ruin space.
roll on advancement.
Okay. This is an education check. Let's see how this goes. Fucking boxcars. That's a 12 right there.
Wow. All right.
Good
Uh,
work gets
crime
rewarded,
doesn't pay.
guys.
So you're now a rank 3 worker.
Yep.
And you will be able to, roll on any of these skill tables here. This is so
Okay.
opposite from Mungo Jerry, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It couldn't be more different. It was a space barbarian drinking fuel to get high. So
He's still out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He is
so
still out
having
there.
we'll see in a couple episodes.
Yeah.
But having rolled on the worker table at the beginning, and getting this like pseudo promotion, maybe it's a promotion in title a little bit, but not like an actual. You know what I'm talking about. Like manager to senior. No, wait, senior manager is an actual rank in this game.
Yeah.
Never mind, I can't say that.
Well, and also,
whatever.
like,
Manager
I was-
2 or whatever.
Like, you're in fact a technician, and Tyler, in fact, is the manager. But I got those reversed when I was talking to you. So that's just your titles,
So
but
that's just
like,
that.
that's just how that goes. Because you're a worker, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So you're a technician plus, because if you scroll, yeah.
Yeah, I was-
Actually,
I'm-
profession 1 instead of admin 1.
Okay, I will fix that. I'm still calling myself a manager. And I'm not changing this shit I made up.
Not at
but
all.
No.
So I'm going to roll on personal development.
Okay,
because of
great.
This big career opportunity. That's a 5. Learn a little bit more drive. Fired up those engines to crack that moon.
I think for drive is like, because you're the guy on the ground on the moon, you know, you're actually driving like all the big machinery that plants whatever charges you're gonna do to blow up this fucking moon.
Don't like it.
So that tracks. That I like it. That makes sense. Okay. Well, that was these terms are insane.
Y'all, these are wildly successfully travelers so far.
I know. Like,
Yeah,
this is not how this normally
Don't
goes.
jinx it. Why would you say anything?
Because now it's
'Cause I
time
kind of
to, yes,
kinda
I
want
kind
it
of
to
want to
crash.
see everything to fall apart. Yes.
All right.
I
So
kinda
all
want
of
it to
you
crash.
have achieved your dirty 30s. You're 30 years old now. Okay. We're going into term 4. 30 years old. This is your last term where you don't have to roll for age effects. So live your best life right now, guys. 30 is where it's at.
Oh my
You
god.
know, like real life, Celebrant is not going to do that. They're going to stay exactly where they're at because they think it's the right thing to do.
Well, we'll
Things are
see.
going so well at the company.
Let's start with your skill. roll.
So now that Celebrant's a manager, he's decided he's going to use the advanced education, which I can use because my education is so high. So I'm going to roll on that.
Okay.
Roll a 2, so advocate.
Okay. So, like every good stoner somehow has a law degree. Like, there's so many people on Fish Lot that, like, yeah, I've got a law degree, man. Like, well, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like,
It's a really common thing on Bakken, y'all, actually.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, that's how that went. So then survival next, right?
Yes.
All right. This is where it gets sticky for me. I'm going to -1 on this. Ooh. 6. But I get a -1,
So that takes it to a 5,
which is a failure.
which is a failure. So
Oh.
we
Wait,
have,
no. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My survival, not my advancement, survival is social, not intellect.
okay.
That's my bad.
All right. So this, what's
So-
your score?
6, and that I
Okay.
have a +1. So
All right. So
I'm
you're
actually-
good. You're actually good. You're good.
actually good.
Just
So
kidding.
let's
Sorry.
roll on the event table here for citizen. So give me 2D.
This one will be a 3.
3. Ooh. Political upheaval strikes. This is great.
Perfect.
This is perfect. There are people on Bacchanal who are like, no, we can't have this corporation blow up our moon. And there's division on the homeworld. Political upheaval strikes, and you are caught up in the revolution. You finally found some purpose.
Oh wow.
What side do you fall on?
Oh wow.
Now, and I have
Okay.
to remind you that you saw blueprints for this
I
corporation
did.
ship
I
a few
did.
years
You
before.
could have stopped this at
So
any time.
You could have stopped
Oh,
this.
oh my god, this game's fucking good.
Oh,
Yeah, so you see the planet or like the moon get cracked, and you're like, there's only one thing in the galaxy can do that, and it's not a miracle.
Exactly. So, and even Celebrant even goes to Moonley, an old confidant from college.
Yes. certainly.
All this shit that's happening with the moon. I mean, like, it's not just like revolving around us. There's pieces of the rock falling down all the time. That's fucked up. I think I saw something one time at work, and I'm gonna tell you about this. And he goes into it. So essentially, I have to make a successful check. I have to roll.
First you get to
Advocate-
gain a skill.
Okay. Wow.
Do you want to like lean into the advocacy here as a lawyer, or you're like what? This is a huge
think
turning point for. This is a
so.
huge turning point.
This is
for-
what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
This is what I've been waiting for Celebrant. This is it. I
Yeah.
like Advocate because Advocate is like the lawyer, right?
Right.
So we're gonna go. He's now Advocate 1, and that's the skill, and I have to make a check on that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm presenting evidence, and or attempting to. I need to get a high roll on this.
You're doing
I
a civil suit against the company? Is that
rolled
what's
9.
happening?
Yeah, this is civil suit against the company. I rolled a 9.
This is so amazing.
You're whistleblowing right now. You're Aaron
I'm
Brockovich.
whistleblowing. I'm whistleblowing right now. I don't have the blueprints, but I know they exist,
Okay.
and I get all the warrants
So
necessary.
this is early in your law career. And while you succeed, they're a major corporation. So success for that means that they settled with you. They settled very quickly. They're like, oh, whatever, And however, you do, because you succeed here, will gain a +2 to your advancement roll as a citizen. And this is strange because you're rolling to advance at the job where you saw the blueprints. Like, what's going on here? I
got it. So, excuse me. So I succeed on this, right? I'm going to say not Hayate Corp is not who the civil suit is against. It's
Hayakawa.
actually, what is it?
Hayakawa.
Hayakawa Corp?
Yeah.
What have I've been
Yeah.
saying Hayate?
Sure.
I don't know what you've been saying.
You were
one
trying to
knows.
say Hitachi.
There's no
but
way
it's
to
fine.
know.
Whatever.
I
So-
pull out the cork with my wand.
Yeah, it's not that corp. It's the mega corp that oversees.
Yeah,
Bakken,
gorgeous. Familiar with the Hitachi.
Oh,
corp.
okay. So this is
Bakken Corp.
okay. All right. So
It's
you're
against Bakken Corp.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Not
And
not
what's the suit? What's the are you
so
doing
it's
here?
just to prove that it exists, that there is something in the universe that exists that can do exactly what happened to the moon, and the only thing that he's trying to say is that, like, look, man, I'm not saying that what you did was wrong or that it was right. What I'm saying is that you did it without asking the political process, man. You just
Yeah.
circumvented all of us. That's not cool. We need to get Bakken Corp out of Bakken y'all's politics. And that's like what he's pushing for.
So
Wow.
amazing. All right. So how does this manifest in your job?
Look, Mr. Studenmeyer, I know things were wrong and I know things were messed up, but you're a good guy and I'm not going to like come after you, man. I can be an advocate for us. So, but I'm not going to step on it anymore, dude.
I had no idea what they were going to be using those machines for. They just needed nuts and bolts and screws, and we
They got
provided
it.
them.
Yeah, man. But, ethical oversight, dude.
Dude.
So
Would you like to be in charge of the ethical oversight committee for this company?
that's exactly
For Studemeyer and Studemeyer's nuts and
That's-
bolts and screws and potentially washers
Oh,
in
whoa,
a
whoa.
future
Exactly.
investment.
4 years have gone by. The development.
Standing. Yeah, man. That's exactly
Breathtaking.
what we're gonna do. You can give the department back to Wingnut. He's gonna do great. He's a good guy. Also, I need you to stop calling my mom.
Okay.
She's moved on. There's this guy that she knows from some like ski resort planet
my God.
that she really is into these days, man. And you calling late at night, kind of making that hard. So could you quit it?
I'm blown away by this whole thing. I'm blown away by this whole thing. This is crazy. So Studemeyer's like, yes, of course.
I still need to actually make my advance.
Yeah, you gotta actually see
Let's see how Studemeyer
Lead up.
actually.
I'll
You
let
made
lead
it
up.
in our hearts.
So I got a 7 and I need a 6. I get a -1, so I get a 6 on the nose.
But you get a +2.
Oh yeah, because of the thing. So I
Yeah,
got 10
'cause of the
total,
thing.
or 8
All right.
total. Yay.
All right, so you do advance. So you advanced to rank 3, so you're manager plus here.
Mhm.
And
And I'm gonna go advanced education again on this. Gonna shoot for
Okay.
hopefully another rank in advocate. No, I got a rank in diplomat instead, which is appropriate.
It is very appropriate. This is so great.
It's fucking nuts.
Like,
I
each
absolutely
term-
love it.
Gets so much better too.
Mhm.
Like
It's all just building and building
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Juicy.
All right, Sam. Are you Gorge's new beau?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think I have a choice there. I mean, the stars aligned and something just felt so right between Hash Reddington the 11th and Gorgia Applebottom.
Apple Blossom.
Apple
Apple
blossom.
You know what? I
Oh,
like Apple Bottom. I'm changing it.
I'm
It's Apple Bottom
changing
now.
it. Legally.
Boots with
Apple
the
bottom.
furs.
Yeah.
And things are going great there, which is good because, you know, it's so stressful. You have all these people out here like blowing up moons and changing the political landscape of entire worlds and like shifting mega corporations and stuff. And you know, sometimes somebody's gotta just hold it down and party.
Yep.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Let's see
Somebody's
if
got to keep the lights on at the
Yeah.
bars and
Can
the
we
clubs.
can,
And the
can we
flag.
read what dilettante is again? Contributes nothing to society.
As,
Run the
a
tapes one more
dilettante,
time.
You are known for being known, and you have absolutely no useful function in society.
You're just fucking
think
this
that's
guy's
fine.
mom and partying for
And
4 years.
So much work, y'all. It's so much work.
We're 12 years in, and I'm still going to the same bars.
Oh no.
I just happen to have this guy's mom with me now.
Oh my god.
All right, so this is your romantic ally, Gorgia Applebottom.
It's ridiculous.
This is so silly and awesome. Okay, so roll on your skill table.
All right, I'm gonna stick with dilettante.
All right.
And that's a 5. That is a new ranking gambler.
Oh my god.
There it is.
The World Series of Poker, or the Galactic Series of Poker, as it is. They may be hearing from Hash Reddington the 11th.
I think they will.
That's possible that somebody might even be interviewing
I
you.
think they will.
Okay. I what now? You roll for survival.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
for survival, and it's a social 5+. So literally, the only way I can fail this is on Snake Eyes. I am invincible, and oh, close! I rolled a 3.
Holy shit.
Oh man. Okay, so you're good there. So we're gonna roll on your events table. Go ahead and give me 2D.
That's a total of a 7.
Oh, nice. Right back to that life events table. This is
Oh,
where the good
life-
stuff happens.
Life is a busy place for me.
Yeah. 2D. 2D.
How does a 9 sound on the life events table, which I don't have in front of me?
I got you. You travel. You actually moved to another world. In fact, you probably moved to Bacchanal to be with your romantic partner. and you're now in a throuple with Sullivan's
Gorgia,
parents.
Dad.
Gorgia and Dad Appleblossom.
Not Mr. Sudemeyer. We're not
No.
going full polycule at this point.
Oh yeah, no. She left Mr. Studenmeyer for you, but
Okay.
Dad's still there. Dad's hanging.
Dad's always
tight,
been
You
there.
know, he's
Dad's always been there.
Oh,
It's
that's
been-
cool.
They're from a
Chill.
hippie planet. It's a very open
Yeah,
relationship.
Very, very free love, man.
Yeah, man.
I want to just commend Tyler for dealing with the fact that we're just joking about his fictional mom fucking everybody for the last 3
the
hours.
entire galaxy.
I mean, he's
You know
really,
what would be a good
really taking this
connection?
one well.
It's Tyler's character's mom.
She's her
Just
own
banged
person, man.
everybody.
She can be fucking. Man.
Hey, man. Haz is a really cool name, dude.
Sam, you will also get a +2 to your next advancement roll, which you should roll now.
Sweet. That will be my only plus. So yeah, that'll make it a 12.
A 12. Okay. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong page here. So you certainly advance. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You have made it to Ingrate.
Finally.
Wow.
And
Wow.
what's
Finally.
appropriate is that you gained the carouse to level 1.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, I'm finally, leaving Aspinox behind. It's been so long, and it's just too cold there, man.
I'm 30 now.
I'm 30. I gotta
Bones
blaze my own
hurt.
path. And if that means Bakken y'all, then Bakken hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Beautiful. Go ahead and pick another skill table to roll on.
All right. I'm gonna go personal development again. No, actually, I'm gonna go advanced education because I'm educated. I know things. I've been places.
Yep.
That is 2. That is advocate.
Interesting.
Oh.
That actually maxes me out on advocate 3.
What?
What?
Yup.
Are you kidding me? Wow. You're like
I
a
picked up-
master lawyer over here.
What are you
It
advocating?
does nothing with it. It literally does nothing with it.
He's advocating nothing.
I'm my cousin Vinny. I have never been in a courtroom, but I have so many degrees and such accolades.
Such accolades.
Oh
Hey,
my
man.
god.
He
I
accidentally
hear,
passed
I
the
hear
bar.
you're really good at some of the bar exam questions that you scored really high. What kind of cases have you won?
Like most people, when you're a Shreddington, you don't really have time for like pleb things like cases.
Wow.
It's just like you kind
It's
of
like cases.
you take that like 5,000-foot view, and when you're a lawyer, you're like down on the ground, but like I got to take like that view from like orbit,
Yeah. I mean, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Does it?
Oh my god.
Anyways, have fun with my mom tonight. I'm gonna go do some research. Bye.
It's like this dude rolls in. It's like, hey, I'm your new stepdad. And by the way, I see you over there reading those law books. I know it all and don't do anything with it. Good luck, kid.
Actually, I wrote that book. If you look at the back,
You want me to like sign it?
Oh,
or
man.
whatever?
Oh. This is too good. This is too
Crazy.
fucking good. Okay.
Absolutely craziness, y'all.
Emily, what does Wyatt do at 30 years old?
Jesus Christ. Man, I don't know what.
So the first thing you need to do is roll on a skill table of your choice.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. Just you watch. I'm gonna roll on. Let's see here. I was trying to see if there's one. No, I can't be a lawyer apparently. I'm gonna do journalist.
Okay.
That is investigate. The
Cool.
4.
All right. So you'll be able to build up your investigate.
Ooh.
Now I need you to roll a survival check, please. There's going to be an education roll.
Okay. All right. I'm sure this
Come
will
on.
be fun.
Let's fail. Just fail. One of you fail, please.
Oh no. A 4.
Ooh.
That is indeed a fail.
Why would you wish this upon me?
Because I want the drama. I need you to roll 1d, please, as you experience a mishap.
A
What's
1.
happening?
Oh, no.
Do I die? What
Oh
happens?
no.
Oh,
You are
no.
severely injured. So this is the same as a result of 2 on the injury table. Alternatively, roll twice on the injury table and take the lower result. Injury table. We gotta. Yeah, please do that.
Considering.
What the hell was that doing?
So what were you doing? Were you just tried to get involved in the dirty world of the Galactic Poker Tournament
Yep.
and got your ass kicked for asking the wrong questions about the
house
wrong
always
people?
wins.
Yep. I was trying to get in close.
Kara says you were run over by a space crew in a freak rowing accident.
It was a freak accident because somehow they were moving.
I don't even understand it.
Really surprising.
Like,
Usually these Ivy League kids just sit here and row in place.
you know, got me. No. Oh Jesus, I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to get in close with the Galactic Gambling League, and specifically trying to get a little bit closer to my friend Has. You know, we've run in those same circles periodically throughout our lives, and he's a well-to-do individual. But apparently, I pissed off a bouncer or something at some point, and they just hurt me. They just hurt me.
Uh-oh.
So you can either your result of the 2 basically gives you a reduce one physical characteristic by 1d. So you'll roll a d6 and reduce a physical characteristic of your choice by whatever you roll, right?
Okay.
Or you can roll on the injury table and roll twice and take the lowest result. I'm gonna post the injury table.
What's the
in our
page?
Chat. 49.
Lower numbers being worse.
Yeah, lower numbers are actually worse.
Okay.
So you can take a guaranteed 2 or risk the 1
Correct.
by having to roll
And-
twice, and take the
Yeah.
lowest result.
Though if you roll
Jeez,
two
these are
sixes-
rough.
Oh,
Yeah, this is not good.
Root.
rough.
Oh,
Missing eye or limb, scarred.
You know what? Let's go for the drama.
There's a chance you get out of this with a sexy eye patch.
I know,
Just
right?
saying.
Yeah.
All right, so
So-
roll 2d6 and give me the lowest number.
Oh wait, the lowest?
Yeah.
Oh no! I don't want that. That's
You
worse.
wanted the drama.
It's bad. What happened to dramas?
Okay, fuck it, drama. Okay. Oh no!
What'd you get?
Got a 1.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so you're nearly killed. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so
Terrible.
this is bad. What's going to happen is you're going to reduce one physical characteristic by 1d, and then reduce
brutal.
2 other physical characteristics by 2. So your strength, your dex, and your endurance is in danger here. Let's talk about the injury that you have. Let's figure that out first.
Okay. All right. Nearly killed. I'm going to say I got into a fight with a overzealous bouncer, and he pulled a knife when I thought it was just a fist fight and cut me across the throat. I bled out. I bled out. And now I have like a really sexy voice. It's fine.
Oh, there we go. There we
Spin
go.
it, baby.
Okay.
Spin it.
Yeah.
So it's a net positive.
It's a net positive, baby. I just wear ascots now to cover my scar. So
Now I will let you know this.
be cool.
It's just
It's
I have
gonna
it's
suck no matter what.
Yeah.
You can get medical care. All right. So if you've been injured, then medical care may be able to undo the effects of the damage. Some worlds have the technology to clone or rebuild damaged organs or throats in your case. Others specialize in transplants or cybernetic replacements. Regardless of the technique used, medical care is expensive.
Yep.
The restoration of a lost characteristic costs 5,000 credits per point.
Ew.
What?
I mean, listen,
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna take the
deep.
same approach.
However,
that
good news is
okay.
that you are employed by a company that provides you some insurance.
Okay.
So you'll be able to roll on the medical bills table
Oh, this is
and
too
potentially have some of this reduced. So the first thing we need to do is roll the injury itself.
Okay.
So I need you to roll 1d.
Come on, low. 3.
3. Okay. What do you guys think a neck injury is? Strength, dexterity, or endurance?
Endurance immediately comes to mind.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
I
too.
100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna lose 3 points on your endurance.
Son of a bitch. So
What does that bring you to?
That's going to take me to a 3 total.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Oh,
Not great.
no.
A 3 is a
no.
negative 1.
Those are Mongo Jerry numbers.
Those are fucking Jerry numbers. I've never
Jerry
seen
numbers.
them.
All right.
Somewhere out there.
And then you have to reduce
single
your you have to pick 2 other physical characteristics to reduce by 2. I am reading that as just your other 2 that you didn't the other 2. So strength and dexterity both are going to go down by 2 as well.
Are they? Oh, I don't split. Oh, god dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is you rolled a
Stupid.
1. You were nearly killed.
Adam,
You rolled the
Don't-
worst possible result.
come at me with facts.
You almost
dick.
died.
Okay.
Okay, so my strength is an 8 now, so that's a 0. And then my dex goes by 2. That's a 4 for
Okay.
dex. Got 4 dex.
Now, I'm going to make some notes here because you can restore some of those.
Okay.
All right. But
Well, that's
it's
it.
going to
I think
cost
that-
you.
I think that's actually part of like right now.
It
part of
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Gotta
So
decide how much I owe.
but you can't restore like more than what you had. So I'm just marking what was lost here.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
So it'll cost you 5,000 credits per point. You've lost a total of 7 points of characteristic damage. So, to get it all back would cost you $35,000.
How does it look heading into your mid-30s with a ton of medical debt, huh?
Yeah,
It
this
looks
is
all too familiar.
Crazy.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Crazy
So
sci-fi premise.
Here's the
I
deal.
Right.
As an entertainer who is employed in good standing, you can roll 2D. So go ahead and roll that for me, and I will tell you what your insurance covers.
Okay, 8.
Perfect. Your insurance will cover 75% of that.
Whoa.
This is a
Okay.
science fantasy.
As a reporter? Dang.
Wow.
Some
Uh,
utopian
Ryder.
stuff there.
Well, she rolled pretty well.
That
Okay.
means that you would only be responsible for 8,750 credits worth.
I will spend that money that I don't have yet.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. So you're going into your muster out phase at 8,750 credits in debt, but you can take all those points back to your score. So you can take 3 points back to your endurance and then 2 points back to your strength and dex. But as this was such a significant injury, such a significant deal, this is going to take a huge portion of these 4 years. You spend ages 30 through 34 recovering from this attack.
That's fair.
And as this was a survival roll, which you failed, you are also fired from your job.
Okay.
They will pay for your bills, but then fire you, which I think is highly illegal.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Not in the
nonetheless.
future,
Apparently
Adam.
not in space.
The news
Um,
doesn't stop just because you got stabbed.
Just because I got stabbed. Get it together, loser. Jeez Louise. Okay. Hell, that's
Oh.
fine.
Now,
Yes.
the good thing about this is that you're leaving the career, which means you're mustering out regardless.
Yes. And I think that I would suggest that this be the place where your character becomes a traveler.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Certainly,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
It's like, I really need to rethink some things in my life.
new lease on life here. I think that you. Okay, so you roll for a mishap and leave career, in which case go back to start a new term. So that's going to be it for you,
Mhm.
and then your next term you're going to muster out.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we could actually muster out now.
Let's just say,
No,
does
we'll
it
Muster out
change?
actually happens right away. I think.
I mean, if I just got fired, then yeah, that would make the sense.
Yes, muster out
You
happens
can
right
do
away.
your muster out.
All right, so this is the next phase of this character creation. It's actually the final, or it can be the final bit here. So you're going to muster out. What page is that all on?
30. It's on 30. For entertainer? Or
You're
the
looking for
muster
the
out
general
information
rules
in
on it.
general?
Yeah, I'm looking for the general.
Now I know that when you muster out, you're going to choose from one of two columns. You have the benefits column and then the cash column.
Right.
So you're choosing one of the two. Did
All
you
right, so
accrue any benefit roll modifiers?
I don't think she did. No.
I think Steve's the only one who has.
Steve's the only one. He has 2 of them.
Mhm.
You get a roll per term, right? So this is your 4th term. So you're going to get 4 rolls. Plus, there's bonus benefit rolls that come from your rank. So what rank were you?
2.
I think 2. Okay. So you'll get a 1 extra bonus benefit roll. So you're going to get 5 rolls
Cool.
on this benefits.
All right. Do I need to call what I want first?
Do you have a gambler skill?
I think I. Wait, did I? No, I didn't.
Okay. For those of you that did get a gambler skill, keep in mind when you muster out, you get a +1 to all rolls on any cash benefits
Wow.
that you choose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start rolling on. You have 5.
Okay.
What are you gonna? You can do either cash or benefits. You can only do cash 3 times.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to get cash first then.
Yeah, you got some medical bills to pay.
Yeah, exactly. I got a 4.
All right, so that's 10,000 credits.
Nice. 2.
Nothing.
Love it. Last for the cash. 6.
Ooh, 40,000 credits.
Nice.
So you're 50,000 credits up, and we'll do the math on the 8750 here in a second. So pretty good. You made some money as a journalist, but then it all came crashing down. And I want you to think more about what that fight was. Why did you fight with that bouncer? Did you instigate it? What was happening? How did that happen? I want to hear more about that later.
Get 2 more.
You got 2 more, so you're gonna roll on the benefits here, yeah?
First benefit is a 2 +1 to society, social.
Yep. So go ahead and
I'll do.
Yeah,
and then
you're
a-
getting street cred for getting sliced and
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then the second is a 5 for +1.
Okay, so your intellect goes up.
Okay, nice. 8.
All right. So Wyatt is now a traveler. Where is Wyatt?
I think that Wyatt was probably
It'd be cool if Wyatt was on Bacchanal.
No, well, that's what I was thinking. Where the gambling thing was happening, right?
Okay.
And
all right.
so like that was where it all went down. They hadn't been living anywhere in particular, just kind of where the job took them. And yeah, so he's still on Bacchanal, just kind of recuperating and rethinking life choices and things.
Well, yeah, and maybe that's a good place to be thinking about your life.
true.
You have
Very
some spirit guides there that are helping you out and helping you connect to yourself. So Wyatt, it's mustered out. We have our first traveler, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Round of applause, Emily. Good job
Thanks.
getting through character creation.
I went
Turns out
drama,
getting
it was
stabbed
great.
in the throat takes you out of your career pretty quick.
Weirdly enough, when your career is about like communicating.
Okay, so very good. So now we're gonna go to Steve.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going with worker.
Okay.
So, I need to get a little skills first.
Yep.
6 on the die there on the worker table is going to be a +2 science, bringing my. I actually didn't have a science before, so that goes to a 0. But it's on the board, which is good. Then what, Adam?
Then you roll a survival.
Survival, endurance. He survives.
Woo!
All right. Give me 2D.
That's going to be a 7.
Oh, to the life event table we go.
Gasp.
All right, 2D.
This is where things get good.
11.
11. Oh, buddy.
Yes.
What's an 11? I don't know.
Crime. You commit or are the victim or are accused of a crime. You can either lose one benefit roll or take the prisoner career in your next term.
Wait, what? Not a good thing?
The consequences of my actions. What?
Hold on a second.
Hold
All
on a
right, all right. Commit or the victim or accused of a crime. Lose one benefit roll.
So lose
or
one
take-
benefit is like representing being a victim of a crime, right? Like having something taken from you, or you are the
Perpetrator.
accused perpetrator, and you become a prisoner.
Oh boy. I can make some really good justifications for both. What happens in the prisoner career?
I think you should take it, and we'll find out.
I think you should take it.
What about the drama, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if this is too crazy for what we're trying to put together. But he tried to crush a spaceship in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It was implied he was supposed to kill Wyatt. Supervisor Jimeno calls him into the office, says, I need you to head on down to Bach and Young.
Oh!
We gotta close a loop here. We gotta take one for the company.
Yeah, he's like, listen, you remember that time that you said you didn't know if the person was in the spaceship?
Yeah, I do. What's up? That was like 8 years ago.
Yes. I thought it was all gonna be fine, but Wyatt was not in the spaceship. They came around a few years back, tried to make it stink. We squashed it. But they got in some trouble lately. And they're here on Backing y'all. And they're in some hard times right now. So they might have more reason to try to put squeeze on us. And we're in a real delicate situation with the people of Backing y'all. So I need you to take care of Wyatt.
All right, Jimeno, we go way back. Hear me out on this. You look out for a brother, I'll look out for a brother. You know, I'll go ahead and clean up Daddy Hayakawa's problems. But if I land in the clink, as they say, look out for a brother. Spring a bro, if you know what I mean. And so he's going to head down and try and slash Wyatt's throat.
We're supposed to work together.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll figure that out next session.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. No, this is
Future
good.
us.
That's his problem.
This is good. This is so
This was
good.
just too perfect at the right time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Oh,
Committed
yeah.
a crime.
I love it. I love
Good
it.
thing future us are so smart.
I know. And prepared.
Okay, so you'll have to do one more term as a prisoner, maybe. I might actually have an idea for that.
I do too, actually.
So I think what I want to do here, Steve, is muster
Mhm.
you out,
Okay.
and you are a prisoner, but like that's where that's the character you're gonna be playing in our adventure. Like you're gonna be being transported as a prisoner.
Love it. Let's go.
All right. Okay. This is it. Oh man. All right. So let's muster you out. Let's so wait. So that was a survival thing. You can advance because you immediately got, put out.
Yeah.
So we'll muster you out then. And you ended up as a what rank did you get to?
I got to 3.
3. Okay. So then in that case, you're going to get 2 benefit rolls, and you've been in this career for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to get 6 total rolls.
Okay, 3 of them I can roll on cash,
Mhm.
and I got
have benefits,
DMs
too.
+1. Yeah. So
You have 2 DM +1s to use at your leisure.
do I add those to one roll or separate?
Separate.
Okay. Well, then. Oh, yeah. I see it doesn't even go up to 8. Never mind. That's impossible if I max it out. All right.
Mhm.
So then clearly I'm going to spend both my rolls on my DM +1s on cash.
You're a gambler
So I'm gonna-
too, though, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, it's
Or-
okay.
I don't think so. I
guess
think
it's just
everybody
Sam and I.
else might be.
Yeah. Just the lawyers are gamblers.
Just the
All right.
lawyers.
That makes sense.
So 6 muster out rolls, 3 of them on cash. The first 2 I'm going to have +1s.
Okay.
Ew, the first one was a 1. Glad it went to a 2.
So that's
So that's
5,000. Yeah.
5,000. All right. The second one is a 3, which goes to a 4. Unfortunately, there's no difference between 3 and a 4, so that's plus 10,000.
Okay.
Hi, cow, it don't pay good. Then my third roll. Oh, never mind. 5. Just kidding. It's another 10,000. All right. So those were my 3 cash benefits. I'm going to roll 3 for benefits. All right. I get an ally out of this.
Maybe a lawyer?
That'd come in handy.
Yeah. Haz ends up being your lawyer. He's like, I've got nothing better to do.
Sam, do you want Has to be my lawyer?
Haz will come out of retirement to advocate for the unfairly put upon. All you did was stab somebody.
She didn't even
no,
die,
right?
or he didn't even die.
Yeah, he's fine.
I love that Haz is my contact.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's
twisted.
how we
Why?
come together. Like we just got to work it out. Like
All right.
as mature adults.
Here we go. 2 more rolls. I got another ally.
What?
how do you make so
Yeah.
many friends?
in jail.
Bad person.
This one I think I think I need like Adam's help on this. Like, where do I go with that? Especially knowing that like being a prisoner is going to be like an inciting incident for the next adventure. Is there like
Yeah,
a way to
give me-
tie something together?
Yeah, give me just a second here.
Can I
Go ahead
I can
and roll
offer
your.
now.
Go ahead and roll your. I have something. I just want to make sure that will work.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your other benefit.
Got a +1 in my education, so I'm reading up as a prisoner.
So your ally is Hannibal Lecter.
I guess so.
Yes.
Okay, Steve, you and I are going to talk about your ally offline.
Okay.
Oh, this is so fucking good.
Secret stuff. I love that.
Okay. Those were all of my muster out rolls.
Okay. I think that's where we leave you then.
Yep.
All right. That leaves Tyler and Sam. Do you guys want to go another round?
I'm a little speechless, to be honest with you.
I feel
before like we go any further, this has all of this like groundwork we've been laying out for the last couple of hours is culminating into this just amazing story right out of the gate.
I kind of think that we need to muster everybody out here because of where we are, and what's going to happen is that you guys are all on the same transport ship at this point in time. You know,
So we could just muster out Sam and I at this point.
I hate that it's kind of forced that we're all mustering out at the same time, but I think we just hit that natural spot here where you're all in the same place, you know, and there's a reason for you guys to be on a ship, you know, and it's very unique because by the game you are supposed to be like a crew that's come together and like you're now a merchant ship, you know, but we're changing that narrative a little bit that this is you're all going to be on the same transport ship that starts this adventure. And so I think for that reason we should muster you out now. And it's also getting to that time anyway. I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's too perfect not to.
Right. So let's start with you, Tyler. We'll muster you out.
Okay. So Celebrant spent a lot of time managing nuts and bolts, but it's time for a change. I spent 3 terms.
You just get disenchanted with the fact, no matter what Studenmeyer said to you, that like wiggled in the back of your brain. It's like, I don't think I can keep working for this person, like,
man.
The corporate life just got to you,
Even mom doesn't even like him anymore, right?
Yeah, like
mom's got new friends, and he's actually been really overbearing over the last couple of years. He's getting more desperate to the point where his brother, the other Studenmeyer, he's never around. But that guy's having to come in and lay down the law, and he's weird, right? Wow. Nobody wants the other Studenmeyer to come into the office, and it's causing problems, man.
Calling it.
Anyways.
Right now, the other Studenmeyer is the BBEG. It was
always wait for him to show his face.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think with so I served 3 terms. How many benefit rolls does that give me?
The 3 terms, and you also achieved the 3rd rank, right?
I did, yeah.
So that's gonna get you 6 rolls.
I was pretty fucking successful, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No additional modifiers to these. I'm gonna do similar thing that everyone else did: half cash, half benefits. Let's see where it goes. All right, first roll. I don't know. Okay, so the first roll I got a 6, 50,000.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
All right.
And then the second cash
roll. Do you have gambling, right? Are you adding your +1?
Oh yeah, I do have gambling.
All right, so that's actually 100,000.
I actually have 100,000 credits right out of it. Listen here, Mr. Studenmeyer, you owe me.
Well, like you got like stock options back in the day, and
apparently,
so now you're just like balling.
You've been living with your parents for 16 years while working.
Yeah, that's true. You have
Mom told me
expenses.
Investment was a smart idea, man. She was right. Okay, anyways, so my second roll was a 3 on the die, which increases to a 4, so that's 10,000. My third is also 10,000.
Okay.
So I'm coming out of this with 120,000 credits.
Cool, 120.
Cool, 120K. My first benefit, I get a ship share, actually.
Okay.
Which I'm sure will be important.
Is it a share of a prison ship?
My second, my education went up by 1, so that's now a 13 instead of 12. And then my last benefit roll, nets me a +1 in intelligence.
Nice. Very good.
Got rid of that negative dice modifier. Cool. That's it.
Man, all right. So that's it for Celebrant. I think Celebrant big turning point was the last term, and like that whole work that he did with advocacy and everything, like just changed his whole outlook. It's like, I am not doing this nuts and bolts shit anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure that this person who represents the corporation is served justice. This is really great. Okay, and Sam, we're gonna take it to as who is also going to muster out at this point. So
yeah, I think Has Shreddington, after spending some time on Bacchanal and, like kind of settling down while at the same time be deep in that party scene. But, I've got a steady girl with Gorgia and spending a lot of time talking to Celebrant about like the law and, what makes it tick. And ready to move and do something at all, really, in society.
You're going to get 4 benefit rolls.
All right. So that, all right. So I'm going to do the first one with cash.
Okay.
Which I do get the +1 for being a gambler.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 4 on the die. So
nice. That's 100,000 for you.
That's a cool 100K, which, it's pocket change, really, but it'll do for now. Then I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to go to the benefits table for the other 3. So 5 on the die is TAS membership. I have no
Oh,
idea
what
that
is that? We got to check this out.
I've seen little blurbs about it at the end of all the jobs, but I'll look at it. while
Okay,
you're doing all that
now I
stuff.
got you here. TAS membership. You are a member of the Travelers Aid Society, a private organization that maintains hostels and facilities at all Class A and B starports in many parts of human space. Facilities are available at reasonable cost to members and their guests. Receipt of membership in the Travelers Aid Society as a benefit may be construed as a reward for heroism or extraordinary service to the society rather than an official benefit from a career. Membership is for life and non-transferable. So you got one basically just for being a
You
what's your-
existed so well.
my parents called somebody, and that's it. That's
And
the
that's
whole.
the end of the
That's
story.
the whole thing.
That's it. End of story.
They were like, we wanted to give you a thing. Here it is. You're a member of this now.
Oh my god.
Carry this.
This dude is a master lawyer and part like just has like a membership to one of the more humanitarian organizations of the galaxy and does nothing with them and is representing this piece of shit Cormac because he's bored. Like
It's gonna make for a great next episode.
it's
tell you that.
nonsense top to
Wow.
bottom, and I love it.
I can't believe this really. So, okay. Is there anything else? Do you have another role?
Yeah, I got 2 more rolls. My next one nets me a ship share.
Okay.
So maybe Celebrant and I are going in on a ship.
Yeah, you're like,
I think is what it
he's like,
sounds
son, would you like to go in on the ship?
Son who's the same age as me.
You know, man,
Yeah,
I think,
y'all are the
I
same.
think that sounds like a great idea. I mean, where you just don't know each other that well, and I'd like to get to know you.
Yeah, it's totally cool. There's this guy down at the docks, and like he says it's a lights out deal, and he wouldn't lie to me.
Yeah, I'm in.
Wait a minute, what's a lights out deal? Oh,
Space,
next session.
You wouldn't get it. It's the future.
Wow. Yeah. Monsieur,
My hate has or love him. I
but also
don't
father
know.
and son.
My head hurts.
Oh, my face.
So confused.
This turned into such a mess. This is what a situation we have.
There's
on our
one more,
hands.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
one
one
more.
more,
Oh, boy.
and I'm so happy.
Oh no.
I got a +1 to Soch for my final roll, which means we are not talking about Has Shreddington the 11th any longer. We are talking about the Marquis Has Shreddington the 11th.
Wow,
Oh, good
wow.
God.
Wow, wow,
That
wow.
is correct. I am a space noble, and I've come into my title.
What the
God.
fuck, dude?
All right.
This is
And we end this episode with everybody breathless.
Just
because
like
this
a-
is
uh,
so nuts.
All of the players are dead.
Oh God, yes.
The characters are
characters
still
made it.
alive.
Yeah.
Players did not.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, that is character creation here at STF's
Killed it.
Journey into the Traveler Universe.
Oh, team.
We've got Celebrant, hippie corporate stooge who realized in his early midlife what life should be and became a social advocate for the betterment of his planet.
Just needing. I'm just helping people who need it,
Right.
man.
Who now has to deal with his new stepdad or brother dad, who's his same age, who they're going in on a ship together, and that would be, of course, Haz, and Haz is representing Cormac, who has worked for what's the name of the company? Hayakawa for his whole life, essentially, a fracking on a galactic level company who also blew up the moon at Bacchanal, the planet which we find all these characters.
That's correct, yes.
That is correct, yes.
He is actually there, which was on a mission to murder Wyatt, which he was unsuccessful. The question is, was that purposeful or not? Did he have a moment of uncertainty of killing somebody or not?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Okay, let me dissolve all the tension here.
Come on, man, leave it.
He was trying.
He was trying,
Not for
but
lack
failed.
of trying.
But failed, and he was caught. Actually, I guess would be like in the moment, so he couldn't get the full kill, and was arrested, and is now a prisoner. And we will figure out how all of this comes together as we start an adventure with this dynamic. Y'all, this has been wonderful, fantastic. You guys killed it with the emergent story. I cannot believe that this is where we ended up from where we started.
I don't think it could have ended any other way.
Yeah.
I want to give our guest an opportunity to tell everybody where they can find you outside of this nonsense. So we'll start with you, Tyler. What you do?
My name's Tyler. I'm the game master of the MinMax podcast, MNMAXED podcast. We run 2E adventures, and right now we are currently deep in the throngs of Bloodlords, taking place in the undead nation of Geb on the universe of the Pathfinder Galarian. We have fun. I don't know if we have this much fun, but we have fun.
It's a high bar. It's okay. Don't.
This is hard to top, y'all.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I know during the break, Steve was saying, like, yeah, I know we have an adventure to play, but we could just do character creation for 4 episodes.
For 4 more episodes of this, guys. Let's be real.
Okay. So Steve, tell us where we can find you.
Sure. Yeah. So, hey folks, if you're unfamiliar, my name's Steve Strapple. I am a member of Hideous Laughter Productions. We are a podcast network that plays a whole bunch of Paizoverse stuff. You can go back and listen to the Hideous Laughter podcast, where we ran the entirety of Carrion Crown, the adventure path that's Gothic horror in 1st edition. That is complete. However, we also have Bestow Curse, which is a conversion of the classic adventure path, Curse of the Crimson Throne, to 2nd edition. I'm wearing that t-shirt right now, having an absolute blast playing through that. We just finished book 2, so this would be a great time to pick that up. Got a whole bunch of shit behind the paywall. We are official partners with Paizo and all that fun shit. But what I really want to promote today is the fact that this week, as of recording, so I don't know exactly when this is going to drop, but we are beginning what we're calling season 2 of the Hideous Laughter podcast, which is a 2E conversion of the pirate-themed adventure of the Pathfinder Adventure Path, Skull and Shackles. So that is dropping. The first 2 episodes are November 30th. We've got a few in the can. They're so much fucking fun. So if you like, I don't know, Pathfinder role-playing games, you thought I was funny today, maybe, I don't know, check it out. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun, and raise anchor and the sales and all that shit. So thanks to STF for having me on. I always have a blast doing shit like this.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, both Steve and Tyler. Sam, the new guy, talk to us about where we can find you, buddy.
Sam, I am the GM on Pot Against the Machine. We're Pathfinder 1st edition actual play running the Iron Gods adventure path. So it's like all of the other Pathfinder adventure paths, except that there are aliens and robots mixed in. So it's like Starfinder and Pathfinder mixed together. And right now we're actually playing a Starfinder side story that takes place 9,000 years in the past as we're exploring the back matter of the bit before we start book 4, which, you know, it's a lot of fun. We also do some side games. We have a Call of Cthulhu game that was supposed to be one episode that's coming up on episode 7. That should be dropping soon. Not that there would be any reason for these things to take longer than they do. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, that's what it is. We play a lot of games, we hang out, and all of these shows that all of the people you already heard are on are amazing, and I love all of them. So listen to all of them. Yeah, there might be some other secret place to find my work soon, but I can't announce it yet.
Oh.
So that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Emily, what's up?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good. You have a good time tonight?
Oh my god, I had such a good time, for real though. Like this was I'm so I feel good. I feel really this was very refreshing. Honestly, this was lovely. Thank y'all. It was great.
Thank you for producing this evening. Truly, it's an unsung thing and it's not easy. So thank you for doing it. I'm Adam. It's been a pleasure hosting this session. I couldn't have asked for a better setup. So stay tuned. We'll let you know the date of the first episode of this crew. There's some things that we got to work out between now and then because we created a lot of story and I want to capitalize on that. So thank you so much. Stay tuned and we'll be back with some more Traveler action soon. And, you know, we do the thing. Well,
see ya.
God.
Nailed it. Perfect.